comunque ho buoni propositi e vediamo un po' cosa dice anche il nostro caro
Ma non lo so,
Simone.
nel senso ieri hanno sparato tante belle bombe, una dietro l'altra, quindi non lo so. Forse forse ci stupiranno come sempre, forse invece sarà una cosa abbastanza tranquilla vista l'esaltazione generale di ieri. Sinceramente, boh, io mi aspetto God of War, mi aspetto la data di God of War, mi
Ma qualche
aspetto...
data in generale?
Sì, sì, ma penso di sì, per forza. Per forza. Vedremo, insomma.
Io aspetto con trepidazione, come ho già anticipato ieri per chi ci ha seguiti, Detroit. E vabbè, oltre ovviamente ai classici God of War e The Last of Us che sono un po' aspettati da tutti.
Beh sì.
Di certo hanno un pubblico un pochino più grande rispetto a quello che potrebbe avere Detroit, non tanto per la grandezza del gioco quanto per il genere che è nato, diciamo, è il più giovane tra tutti quelli che vediamo. Comunque, diamo un attimo un'occhiata alla live ufficiale del canale YouTube di PlayStation. È stato avviato circa 17 minuti fa, ormai dovrebbero essere prossimi a iniziare, mancano circa 10-12 minuti scarsi.
Mm.
E un attimo che...
Vediamo.
oh, oh,
Nel frattempo Twitch mi obbliga a mettere come tag PlayStation Experience 2015.
cosa?
Non ha senso, però lo faremo. L'ho appena fatto. Eh, Se decide di aggiornare. Mm, La musichetta è
Comunque,
carina, entra nella testa dopo un po', ma è carina.
sì, dopo i primi
3
3
secondi.
secondi già. Più che altro vi chiediamo scusa se non saremo super attivi, ma a parte il fatto che magari qui intorno, essendo da casa, la gente dormirà, però comunque cercheremo di dare il massimo nel tradurvi in tempo reale ciò che verrà detto sul palco e ovviamente nel frattempo prendere i nostri appunti perché oltre a fare il coverage giustamente vi terremo informati anche sul nostro portale online che come sapete tutti è gamelegends.it. Dunque ci siamo con la testa, col cuore e col sonno perché ci accompagna sempre.
No, non è vero. E col caffè.
Ecco che non ho fatto.
Hai
Sarà
tempo
una
5 minuti.
no, lo brucio. Cioè, nel senso che devo tornare qua prima e poi rimanere sul fuoco e lo brucio. Però in compenso ho mezza bottiglia d'acqua,
Coraggioso.
che è ancora quella di ieri.
Senza fa schifo.
No, è... con sto freddo a temperatura ambiente, fidate che
Nel
è una
frattempo queste
bomba.
sono le occhiaie di una persona che ha lavorato fino alle 3 stanotte. E che domattina lavorerà altrettanto.
Senti, per fare le smorfie ai nostri videospettatori, cioè una scusa meglio la potevi trovare.
No, mica ho fatto le
Devi
smorfie,
fare così.
ho indicato. Nel frattempo niente, sparisce la musica e non capisco se è
È
perché...
perché finisce la traccia e poi la rimettono in loop. Vedi? È finita. E poi 1, 2, 3 e ricarica. Yeah.
Stanno a Anaheim.
È in California, se non sbaglio? O ho detto una cavolata?
In California, California.
Come cavolata. Dai. Tanto faccio un rapido check anche del... Ok. Sì.
Speriamo che duri di meno di quanto è durato ieri.
Ieri è stata decisamente inaspettata la durata dei Goti. Però sono contento che se non fosse stato per l'orario del genere, finalmente ho visto uno show completo come pochi se ne sono visti negli ultimi anni.
Vero, vero.
Forse a livello artistico soltanto la conferenza E3 di Sony non di quest'anno, dell'anno scorso poteva essere paragonabile, però il Godi mi è piaciuto anche per la completezza. Abbiamo
Nel frattempo,
visto.
scusa, ti interrompo, il nostro Fabio Stark che ci segue su YouTube dice: Ma
Oh,
come lo vedete un Borderlands 3? Beh, bene, non sarebbe male, diciamo, sarebbe quasi il momento. Certo, farlo uscire dalla PlayStation Experience significa avere una sorta di zona di parte con Sony, quindi non lo so. Però, mai
è,
dire mai.
è un po' improbabile in effetti.
Nel frattempo ricordiamo che siamo in diretta streaming su Facebook, YouTube e Twitch, che potete seguirci iscrivendovi ai canali YouTube e Twitch e mettendo like sulla pagina Facebook, e tutte le news usciranno su www.gamelegends.it nell'arco della nottata, prima di andarci a coricare e morire sul letto fino a domani. E
Ma probabilmente io nemmeno andrò a dormire perché si torna a lavorare anche da domattina, ragazzi. Ma per voi questo è altro. Il caffè dopo sarà il mio migliore amico. Caffè, Red Bull,
ringraziamo anche Red Star
Ene-
Gaming che ci sta ostando in automatico sul loro canale, quindi grazie.
grandi
Li salutiamo e andremo presto a trovarli. Nel frattempo mancano 8 minuti.
8 minuti. Mi sono dimenticato che cosa stavo dicendo prima
Goti.
del. Sì, ok, dello spettacolo che c'è stato. Ma quanto è stata bella l'esibizione dell'orchestra.
Molto.
Specialmente, come dicevo ieri, la presentazione delle nomination più bella che ho visto finora.
Beh sì, in effetti.
Poi dei Goti mi è piaciuto anche il fatto che molte delle mie previsioni le ho azzeccate, diciamo, su quanto riguarda le premiazioni, e anche molte mie speranze che sono state comunque ripagate. Devo dire che quasi per tutto quello che ho visto sono soddisfatto. A parte gli annunci che, vabbè, abbiamo capito che anch'io a breve dovrò acquistare una Nintendo Switch perché arriva Bayonetta 3 su Nintendo Switch. Arriverà, è ancora in sviluppo, chiaro. Però essendo fan della saga e degli hack and slash in generale, in bacheca quello dovrà andare. C'è poco da fare.
Eh sì.
Poi un certo Soul Calibur 6 che magari tocca maggiormente te, quello.
No, nemmeno tanto.
Nemmeno tanto.
Si era a caso.
Ok. È vero, sta musichetta entra in testa, no, certo. Intanto comunque ricordo e invito i nostri video spettatori di ehm, interagire con noi tranquillamente se avete qualche domanda, come ha fatto anche il nostro amico poco fa. Esprimetevi pure, insomma. E vi risponderemo per quanto possibile, insomma, se sono informazioni che già sono state divulgate in qualche modo, noi saremo esaustivi al meglio. E perché no, se volete chiederci un nostro punto di vista, siamo sempre qui. E io mi sfrego le mani pensando a Days Gone, che verrà annunciato proprio con la data. Ok, finita la musica, stavolta è la volta buona. No. Beh sì, dai, mancano 15 minuti. Sì, 15, 5. Ok. Tum, 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 tum. Ah. Vedi, magari nell'attesa potevo mettermi in streaming a giocare a qualcosa. Mi facevo un po' prendere in giro perché sono un noob perso e poi si partiva.
No, rimaniamo concentrati sull'obiettivo.
Tanto l'obiettivo ormai sì, dice 4 minuti. Poi io sono quasi tentato di far vedere la mia bellissima collezione di quadri qui, perché se io alzo gli occhi vedo una cosa bellissima. Che dici? Lo inquadro?
No,
No,
no. Nel frattempo penso sia entrato Marco.
facciamo rimanere un segreto la
Attenzione,
mia...
attenzione. Marco,
Abbiamo un
saluta.
ospite?
Saluta tutti.
Buonasera a tutti, mi presento, sono Marco Mulinacci.
E lo sentite parlare
Scusate,
così perché si è appena svegliato.
sì, scusate la voce, ma la sveglia ha suonato tipo 1 minuto e mezzo.
Ma tanto tranquilli, la sua voce normale da sveglio è più o meno la stessa.
Sì,
Più o
sì, è
meno.
questa, è questa.
Più o meno, più o meno.
Tanto non so adesso come ci vedete in camera.
Sto già lavorando a un qualcosa di diverso per vedere se è meglio, anche perché siamo totalmente decentrati.
Mhm. Che poi sappiate che si usa molto il termine sempre sul pezzo. Il nostro Leon è davvero sempre sul pezzo. A me chiamano sempre sul pezzo, ma perché arrivo sempre in ritardo sulle, sulle cose. Quando io
Adesso
ho
però
fatto
dai tempo alle
sì,
persone di ridere tanto quanto devono ridere. E poi,
chi è che ride?
e poi dopo che hanno riso tutto il tempo che dovevano ridere, diciamo, niente, stavo prendendo in giro.
Tanto non lo fai mai.
No, no,
Tanto qui, mamma mia.
In realtà ho risolto perché il nostro Marco non è a schermo.
no, io sono completamente al buio oggi.
Sì, se volete potrete comprare da 2018 il libro Marco e Cronache di una vita passata attraverso Telecom in tutte le edicole librerie. e-
Poi un giorno faremo una live,
Sì, sì, sì,
quindi
parleremo solo di questo.
parleremo
Sappiate che
solo
sta
del...
scrivendo un diario, eh?
Sì, sì, se volete, tanto è tutto pubblico. Sul mio profilo Facebook siamo all'ottava giornata del diario di bordo di un passaggio non voluto a Telecom con parecchie disavventure. Se volete venire a vederlo, si parla
Eh sì, ma
di...
così poi non lo vendi.
Voi ridete in realtà. Vabbè, intanto quella è una prefazione, poi
Comunque
quello...
manca un minuto e Fabio Stark ci dice che secondo lui ci saranno solo annunci di date e non annunci veri e propri, qualche bomba. Però mai dire mai.
Eh,
In realtà io mi
sì,
aspetto
io...
annunci nuovi, però soprattutto, come dice Fabio, date. Però un paio di annunci nuovi secondo me li vedremo.
Le date... Alcuni giochi magari sono un pelino troppo acerbi, di altri magari invece possiamo aspettarcele. Annunci nuovi...
Le
non so.
speranze...
Le speranze sono di avere la data di tutto e gli annunci di tutto, ma cose che davvero vanno fuori dal mondo.
Doveste scegliere
Aspetta,
una.
di data o di annuncio?
Io voglio
Di data.
Pandemonium.
Io voglio Devil May Cry.
Io
Eccoci,
mi attacco alla vera infanzia e voglio Tenchu.
si parte ragazzi.
Eccoci. si parte con subito all'istante così proprio. Ah no, era solo una sorta di anteprima. Il palco è bello, niente male. E infatti si spengono le luci, la gente inizia a strillare, a urlare. E parte subito? Interessante.
Penso sia proprio la sigla del PSX.
Sì, sì, sì. Che non è mai brutta, anche se ieri era molto bello il lavoro che hanno fatto
Vai.
per... Salutiamo Diego che ci dà la buonanotte, cioè il buongiorno in realtà. La terza persona connessa chi intendi?
Penso
Quello che è
sia
entrato da
Rime.
poco? Sì, probabilmente adesso è giusto il tutto.
Perché non mi si sente, vero?
Sì, ma adesso alzo un po' il volume, gestisco io, voglio dire io. Comunque stanno iniziando a far vedere un po' di trailer misti, diciamo, di piccoli spezzoni.
Un po' dovete capire che la mia...
Ringraziamo Fabio che intanto si è iscritto al nostro canale.
Grande, grazie. Io già qualche titolino l'ho visto, intravisto, Knack.
Guagamili. Pensa se sparano la PlayStation 4 Pro 2 o la PlayStation 5 o tipo te ne escono con... Hai presente la PlayStation 4 Pro che hai comprato? Ecco, esce il modello più figo.
Con i 4K nativi.
Si chiama PlayStation 4 Pro X.
Quindi io mi...
O Proxima.
L'altro ieri
Oh.
posso anche fare.
Chissà che se ne usciranno col VR qualcosa di nuovo. Questo gioco è bellissimo. Certo un declimb per PlayStation VR sarebbe bello.
Ecco, forse potrebbero puntare abbastanza sul VR e avendo lanciato tanto comunque anche ieri
Chi hai riconosciuto Shadow of the Colossus?
Visto.
quello è uno dei most waited. Quello è uno dei most waited.
Pure se facessero vedere un po' di gameplay della Last of Us, come dice Diego, sarebbe bello,
Ecco, anche qualche gameplay di annuncio tesi.
La musica non
E
è male.
voilà.
Yakuza. E inizia il PlayStation Experience. E sono le 5:05. Non abbiamo per niente sonno, ma...
Ladies and gentlemen, please
No,
welcome
no.
Sean Layden and Sid Schumann.
Se ci sentite assonati è tutta una finzione.
Questo è l'ultimo PlayStation Experience
assolutamente.
di Andrew House.
Già,
Sì.
stavo pensando la stessa
Sì.
cosa.
È una bella bomba anche quella in casa Sony.
Hello, welcome. I'm so glad you could join
Vabbè,
us here at
classici
PlayStation
ringraziamenti da...
Experience. Thank you so much
Si
for
pronuncia
coming.
Schumann?
Sean, is this a furniture convention?
Penso di sì, Schumann.
I think we're going to play a game. We're going to kind of move our way back and forth across the different segments here.
Right, and hopefully ending up with those nice postmodern gray.
I panetti sono carini. Comunque scherzano su appunto il fatto che si muoveranno per tutto il palco. Cose del genere. Ultimamente rompono sempre il ghiaccio facendo gli scemi.
This is
Wow.
this is the fourth one.
It's the fourth one. And I can't think of a better way to close out this highly memorable year than with my friends. So thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for coming, everybody. Really.
Yeah. it's
Chiama i
incredible.
giocatori, i suoi amici.
And Sean, it's been a heck of a year.
Wow, hasn't it been just? It's been a crazy year, 2017. I think we saw a lot of great game releases. Any Uncharted fans out there?
Attenzione.
So, Lost
Qua
Legacy
chiedono
was
se c'è
awesome.
qualche fan di
We're certainly
Uncharted.
proud and pleased with what our
Qualche
friends
novità
at
su
Amsterdam pulled
Uncharted,
together with
magari.
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Penso si stiano solo facendo fighi con tutti i titoli che hanno fatto uscire di alto livello di quest'anno.
Yeah.
Because that's what they do.
Sneak it out there. I mean, what's great too is the year got off to such an incredible start. Resident Evil 7, one of my absolute
Resident
favorites
Evil
this year.
7.
If you haven't played that in PlayStation VR, you haven't played it. Persona 5, Nier Automata.
Gran bei giochi.
Yeah.
Incredible year.
Nier, Persona, beh.
Game lineups I've seen in years.
My personal favorite, one of the
Everybody's golf.
Everybody's Golf.
That's a terrific game.
Can we get some
Terrific
love
game.
for my golf game, please?
Gravity Rush 2.
Gravity Rush 2, yeah.
We could sit here all night, literally
Okay.
listing all the incredible games that came out this year.
Right.
But we've got a little bit more in
We've
store.
got other things to do.
That's right.
Yes, that's right.
You know, I mean, I think it's such a special year. And I mean, then we had Paris Games Week. I mean, you know.
Went really well. We saw the reveal of Sucker Punch's new opus.
Parlano di Ghost of Tsushima.
Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah,
Tsushima,
that's gonna be
Tsushima,
great.
no,
I saw some
come si
of that in the
pronuncia,
trailer right
insomma.
now,
Mhm.
Tanto ogni
there was
volta
a
che
lot
scegli
that
una
happened in
pronuncia
2017.
diventa quella
We can talk about
sbagliata.
that, and we can share some of our memories of that with everybody here. But 2018 is going to be another tremendous year. For
Dicono che il
PlayStation.
2018 sarà un
Both
altro
PS4
bellissimo
and
anno
PSVR.
And we're going to talk a little bit about
per i
2018 here
giochi,
tonight.
non per le
We're
nostre
also going to
tasche.
bring you closer to some of the world's top developers right
No, in
now.
realtà le nostre
Something
tasche
that
già
makes PlayStation
piangono.
experience unique and special. You folks can be right here with us. All of our friends right here.
Thus, all the furniture.
And all this furniture right here.
We're going to try to build a super group up here.
You can tell us what you think at the end, but I think we have a special night here ahead of us. We're going to have some old friends dropping by, Sean.
Yeah, we're going to have our group chairman, Andy House, is in the house.
Andy House passerà.
He'll be joining us later with
And
our old friend Mark Cerny.
That's right, PS4 system
Mark
architect.
Cerny.
Mark Cerny's dropping by.
Right.
Are you guys fans of God of War? You like God of War?
Si parla di God of War.
Okay. Corey Barlog from Santa Monica Studio. He's going to come in and give us a development update here tonight.
Right. The taxi's outside with the meter running, but Corey's going to run in here, deliver a report, and then get right back to the studio and get that work done. And we're having Media Molecule.
Yeah, Media Molecule.
Quindi si parla di
You guys
Dreams
check
con
out the
Media
Game Awards
Molecule.
last night. You see that new trailer?
Yeah, I thought that was awesome.
Incredible.
Yeah,
Incredible.
They're doing great stuff.
We're also going to take another look at Concrete Genie here a little bit
Definitely.
later tonight. One we're all very, very excited
Yep.
about. Another one we announced at Paris this year. So we're going to have some updates on 2018 games. We're going to take a peek or two at the PlayStation Experience show floor, which I know a lot of you are going to be excited to check out over the weekend. And there might be a surprise or two in store, Sean. What do you think?
I think there's more than a surprise or two,
All
indeed. And we have some shots of that. We're going to go to that now, or?
Yeah, so we got a big weekend here.
Okay.
And actually, one of the things I'm personally super excited for are the panels we've got going on
Yeah, it's a
tomorrow.
great lineup.
Really killer panel lineup. I think the best we've ever had. I mean, look at this stuff here. We've got Naughty Dog doing not one but two panels. The cast of The Last of Us 2 will be right here.
Questi sono i
right on
panel
this
che noi
stage,
non
actually.
seguiremo,
You'll be able
quindi
to see
Gianluigi
them. You'll be able to
può
see all the
riprendere colore in
Uncharted
faccia,
voice actors for the big 10-year
perché dalle 11
anniversary.
di mattina
Sucker Punch stopping by, Media Molecule
alle
stopping
6
by.
di pomeriggio
Super
non
excited
staremo
that
live
Justin Roiland
tutto il
and
tempo.
William Q are going to be stopping by.
Oh, that'd be
I'm a
cool.
huge Rick and Morty fan. I can't wait to see what these guys are doing with Counting Plus. So it's just a lot of great stuff.
Yes.
Then can we talk about that show floor?
Beh,
Yes, the show floor.
il fatto è che sono anche
we've
abbastanza
done before.
Yeah, we have some
interessanti.
photos, I think, too, if we
Nel
could,
frattempo parlano dello show
yeah.
floor.
Days Gone. I mean, that's an experience
Oh,
right
che
there.
figata.
Yeah, that's the
Sì, perché
entryway,
comunque ci
so you
sono
have to
anche delle
find
zone
it.
dove, diciamo,
To get
giornalisti,
through that,
ma penso anche il pubblico che sarà invitato
it's
può
ridiculous.
provare dei giochi.
You'll
Hanno
find out,
costruito
you'll find
delle
out,
zone
yeah.
un po'
Another
alla
one-
And one of them is a real
Gamescom,
human.
alla E3.
Yeah, which one that is?
Another one I'm really excited about. It's incredible. Shadow of the Colossus. Wait till you see this.
Oh,
Tell them what they get to do, Sean.
So what you get to do, this is one of the key
Tanto sto
colossi,
facendo
from
un
the
giro
game.
su
You will be able
Twitter
to climb up the back of it
per
and put
vedere
that sword right
tramite,
into the
tramite
center of
l'hashtag
its head.
ufficiale
It's the
di
thing you've
PlayStation
wanted to do with playing the game.
Experience
You'll be able to do it now tomorrow at
i
the show.
feels
It's incredible. I mean,
del
that's just a
pubblico.
taste. There's so much
Ne
more.
stavo
It's the
leggendo
biggest show
uno
we've done yet, so I hope
di
you all check it out
un
tomorrow. Let us
utente
know what you think.
americano
Got a lot
che
of
spera
PlayStation VR here. I know not
di
everyone
vedere
gets a chance to
Bloodborne
go on
2
with this. This is
e,
the Inpatient.
viste
The
le
Inpatient is
ottime
here.
The
vendite
Inpatient, Supermassive.
della
Oh, that was
trilogia di
nice of Oz to
Crash,
sit in the wheelchair
spera
like
di
that.
vedere
Spyro.
una Spyro, una trilogia di
You will be
Spyro.
taken
Scontato.
into this
E
experience
Spyro
via
non lo
wheelchair
so.
and you will have
Per
a
quanto
silent,
riguarda Bloodborne, ragazzi,
experience,
non sarà
just like it is in the
Bloodborne 2.
They
2.
wheel you in
Secondo me
over
Difficilmente.
the
neanche.
curtain and
Cioè,
play
si
the
parla
demo.
Io
di,
Incredible.
di
considero che
ombre.
Not for the faint of heart.
Si parla
Not
di
at all.
ombre,
So,
quindi sarà sicuramente,
around
sicuramente
80 playable
visto
PlayStation
anche
VR
i
experiences here over the
kanji che
weekend.
si trovano sotto
And so lots
e
to see and do on the
visto
PlayStation VR front. But actually,
l'ambientazione
Sean,
che sembra
speaking of
molto
PlayStation VR,
giapponese,
I believe you
secondo
have
me
a
sarà
new
un Tenchu
PlayStation VR
versione
game to reveal here
Soul-like.
tonight.
Yes, we do, and I think it's really important though to talk about the VR stuff. Get out there over the next couple of days and experience it because
Qualcuno
you
oggi
can read
parlava
about
di
it on the web,
Otogi.
you can hear
Pure, ma
talk about it
Otogi già è
all the time,
più
but until you put the headset on
complesso da
and have a
portare
gaming
di nuovo in
experience like that, you'll
auge.
never really know what it's like. So
Tenchu è
please,
più
the next couple of
richiesto.
days, get in there and do that because we have a new game we're announcing tonight.
Oggi annunciano un nuovo gioco, hanno appena
Called
detto, e
Firewall Zero Hour, I think is the full title. Let's take a look at that.
Firewall
Here we
Zero
go. It's the
Hour.
first gameplay we're seeing of Firewall. Now, this is actually from the folks at First Contact Entertainment. They're serious shooter developers. This is a team-based 4v4 tactical
Ah,
first-person
è
shooter.
sviluppo per PlayStation
attack and
VR.
defense on the two teams. And
È una
there's
sorta di
Sì,
Rainbow
4
Six.
contro 4.
È Rainbow Six VR.
intense motions and movements. It's the pacing is very realistic. Peeking around corners here. We're going to see some of that here in the footage, but just a very early sneak peek for all of you here. Firewall is coming to PlayStation VR. You'll be able to use either a DualShock or your PlayStation VR aim controller if you've ever picked up one of those with
Ah, si può
Farpoint or
usare
something
l'aim
like that.
controller, figo.
So this is looking mighty promising, I gotta say.
Oh, it's incredible. It's so tense to be in that four on four, trapped in the room, throwing flashbangs and trying to clear rooms out of enemies.
Yeah, this is one we've been wanting to tell folks about for a while, and I know people who have tried it have really come out raving. So,
And it's on the floor.
that's right. It's on the floor here. You'll be able to play it this weekend, 4-on-4, Firewall,
Già?
and it will be exclusive to PlayStation VR. So,
Ok,
excited
scusate,
to
PlayStation
see
VR
it.
può essere giocato questo
So,
weekend.
Sean, what else do we have on the VR front? Anything
Veloci.
else?
We have a gift. And a year ago, we launched one of my most favorite games, The Last Guardian. Any Last Guardian fans?
Ok, dicono che hanno in serbo un
It
regalo.
was such a seminal moment for my career because I think
Yes.
I've been working on that
I
game.
Citano
fan di-
The Last Guardian, sì.
Esatto.
So we were able to ship it last year around this time. And in the meantime, Ueda-san and the group have come together.
Un'esperienza
and they've made
VR
a
con
VR
Trico.
experience based in the world of Last Guardian, where you'll be able to go in there and experience that with Trico, calling the beast and
Che
moving
bello.
across a level. It's probably, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes of gameplay. But we'll be putting that up on the PlayStation Store.
December 12th here in the US and Europe,
And that's our Christmas present to everybody. So please go get it.
next
Download
week
that.
it's free.
Yeah.
It is actually a standalone experience.
Yes.
You don't need to actually own The Last Guardian either. So if you've got PlayStation VR, you can get The Last Guardian
Oh, he's
VR
showing it
demo.
right now,
Here we
yeah.
go. Seeing a little footage here. Sean, do you think Trico's
Tra le altre
sounds
cose
are
che su Twitter
more
ci si
plush and
chiede,
downy in VR?
e questa è più una curiosità in realtà,
But yes, plush and
qualcuno
down.
si chiede
One way to call it.
Yeah.
che cosa
There
sarà
it is.
mai
There.
la t-shirt di Sean?
Our fine feathered friend.
Cosa avrà sotto quel
It
giacchetto?
is,
Sì.
it's something else.
C'è più di qualcuno che si fa questa domanda.
Ma
So
appena
please,
ritorna
take
lo
some time during the next couple days.
Se può essere qualcosa
And then on December 12th,
dedicato a
go home,
qualche
download it,
gioco, a
and
qualche
enjoy for
annuncio.
Christmas.
Nice stocking stuffer there. So that's The Last Guardian VR demo. Coming out next week.
Right. But wait, there's more.
There is more. There is more.
We like to go back from time to time and look at some of our classic catalog games that we have because we believe that,
Ma in
a great
effetti
game is
sì,
always a great game.
strano.
And sometimes you have to refresh and bring them back on new platforms because
Eccolo.
sadly you can't go out and buy a PS.
Parlano di riportare alla vita, diciamo,
So
di
what we have
rifresciare dei
here
giochi.
is we've taken a game we delivered last year. We brought Wipeout back, and now we're going to bring out Wipeout VR.
Yeah, let's check out
Wipeout
the
VR.
Oh,
Questo
wow.
sembra figo, vediamoci il video.
Bene, bene. Che spettacolo.
Come avevamo detto, infatti.
Secondo me si chiamerà Wipeout Motion Sickness comunque. Cioè questo è un gioco che ha la
Guarda.
motion sickness quando ci giochi sullo schermo. Pensa.
Però potrebbe essere davvero la nuova dimensione del...
Se non ti obbliga a stare male con lo stomaco, con la testa.
Now this will be an update that you'll be able to download to your copy of
Non è
Wipeout,
male.
and this will add the VR capabilities to the game.
Come avevamo
app.
detto,
Ah, e sarà free.
You have to
puntano
supply your
molto
own
sul
air sickness
VR.
bags. We can't give you any hope with that.
Cioè di base se
Yeah, and
avre-
the
da
free
quello che ho
VR
capito se
update is
abbiamo
coming
già
early 2018, Sean.
Wipeout possiamo
It's
giocare
on
a
schedule, it's on time.
Wipeout VR.
I think a strong start so far to 2018, and I gotta say, I'm actually really getting
Una
fired
specie
up
di
about
espansione
2018. I mean, we've got
gratuita
Far Cry
Sì,
per i
5
possessori
coming
di
early on in the year.
Wipeout.
Really excited for that
Yeah,
one.
that looks great.
Shadow of the Colossus, which
Yeah. And that's
I mean,
all going to be playable on the show
all
floor.
playable on the show floor, and Shadow of the Colossus is being played on PlayStation 4 Pro, and wait till you see that.
Yeah.
It is stunning.
Amazing.
But before we get into all the 2018 stuff, because we got some more to talk about there.
We got a lot of chairs here.
Got a lot of chairs here. So I wanted to revisit what I think is 2017's biggest game. So please welcome Herman Hulst from Guerrilla Games.
Attenzione. Il non premiato di ieri. Pure che anche Kutaragi
Ladies and gentlemen, please
male.
welcome Herman Hulst.
Chissà se forse si parlerà di un nuovo DLC ancora. O di un seguito. Ma ci credo poco però.
Hey, Sean. Hey, Herman. Sit.
Dice che un seguito è ancora presto.
Wow, we have a lot of family.
Yeah, we do. Big family. Yeah.
We love
How are you guys?
Certo è stato abbastanza...
Herman, you're looking
ha stupito
rested.
abbastanza
You know, taking my time.
Yeah.
una non premiazione di un titolo,
Sì,
un titolo che comunque
Well, I mean,
ha
from my
fatto
perspective,
scalpore.
2017 is
non
kind
è
of
stata
the
una
year
bella
of
mossa
Horizon Zero
secondo
Dawn.
me.
I mean,
Cioè
it's
per carità, se
clearly
non
a
sono
humongous
meritato
hit.
perché
I mean,
hanno
people
scelto
fall in
così,
love with this. It's a
legittimo e giusto,
tremendously
però
great looking game on PlayStation 4 Pro or on standard PlayStation
un po'
4.
brutto.
Nominations out the wazoo, and
Tra
you guys
l'altro
just shipped the
ricordiamo per
Frozen
chi non lo
Wilds too. I mean,
sapesse che il
that's
motore
one hell of a year.
grafico a cui si è
It's been a
affidato
fantastic
è lo
year.
stesso
We
che
worked on this game
un
for
certo
7 years. and then
Ideo
when it
userà
finally get it in
Beh,
the
sì.
hands of
per
actually
il
of
lavoro,
you guys, and we
Sì.
we hear about it and we see people being so active. It's just heartwarming for us.
Insomma, un bel
Yeah,
periodo per
and then you
Decima.
got the Frozen Wilds, which you just put out too. I mean, that's a whole bunch of new content. It's unusual to see an expansion, I think, of that size come out the same year as a title as big as Horizon Zero Dawn.
And you know what? We actually just started working on it the week after we shipped.
Oh, yeah?
So there was no preparation. There was
Bella
no time for
avventura
that
con
at all.
Aloy in
It was
VR.
a good chunk of content that we made in, what, 8-9 months. It's been a busy year.
Impressive. So, given the fact the game is a huge hit, what sort of surprised you most in terms of the fan reaction?
Wow, there's been so many surprises on this project.
Beh, loro
I
stanno
would
parlando in
say
questo istante appunto
just
della
the
sorpresa che
feedback
hanno
from the
avuto
audience. I mean, we've had such
nel vedere
amazing
come
responses.
la risposta verso Horizon è stata gigante ed effettivamente è stata davvero grande. Cioè tuttora se ne parla, l'espansione ha rinnovato il gioco, non tanto ma quanto bastava per rimetterci mano.
They rearranged the furniture in their home so that they could practice like Aloy, because it was a character that for the first time actually looked like them. And it's these kind of responses, or it's the cosplayers that so many of them, they've come out to the studio, they've kind of become super fans, they invest so much in them. Or the sheer amount of time that people spend in the game.
Tra l'altro uno dei migliori titoli per quanto riguarda l'ottimizzazione per PlayStation 4 Pro.
Sì, sì.
It's incredible, yeah.
Concordo.
It's actually the extent of that kind of feedback that's been the most surprising to me.
Well, and it's great to have such a strong female protagonist that has been, loved by the entire PlayStation community. We've just created a whole new icon for our industry.
Beautiful game, one of my absolute favorites this year. Now, okay, from my selfish perspective, one of the reasons I'm so pleased to see Horizon be such a huge hit is because, well, it's a single-player game. And I love single-player games.
Attenzione, si devono parlare di giochi single player, del fatto che sono belli.
I mean, I think it's fair to say it's sort of. It seems like
direi
people
proprio di
still
sì.
love them. What do you think?
E qualcosa ne sanno da quelle
I think
parti.
they're dead, man. No, you know, the strange thing is it's by far our best-selling game, and it's the first solely single-player game that we've made in a long time. I don't really get the debate that much. To me, when you're somebody like myself, sometimes you're after this kind of magical, unbroken narrative experience, and there is no other way really than having that single-player experience. So there will always be a market for that. It's hugely important.
Especially in a world as unique and exotic and interesting as Horizon Zero Dawn, with a character as interesting and unique as Aloy. So
you don't want to be interrupted. You want to be in that magic spell and stay there. And that's why sometimes a single-player game can be the best option.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree more. Herman, you're going to stay with us here tonight, and we're going to have some other folks dropping in. Thank you so much, Herman. Horizon is not the only narrative-based single-player game PlayStation's focused on right now. Anyone
Parlano che non c'è
interested in a
solo
small
questo come gioco
handcrafted
single player.
artisan franchise by the name of God of War?
E si torna a parlare di God of War.
Okay. Well, in that case,
Altro di quei giochi
how about we
single
welcome
player che
Cory
un
Barlog,
certo
he's the
senso
creative director
ce
at Santa
l'ha.
Monica Studio.
E ci siamo.
Vediamolo.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Cory Barlog.
Hello, everybody.
Oh boy. Cory Barlog, great to see you again.
Good to see you.
Yeah.
Good to be here.
All right, well, you know what? I'm going to cut to the chase on this one. Can we get a little bit of a status check on God of War? How's that one coming along?
Subito così, Diretto proprio.
Jesus, Sid, no kind of run up in
Gli ha appena chiesto a che punto
No
stanno.
foreplay, just right to it.
Pare pure giusto.
Fantastic. It's going really
Vogliamo
good.
sapere un po' tutti.
We are in a final phases right now. Doing
Final
a lot of
phases.
playtesting. He's very excited. I'm very
Attenzione.
excited.
Ecco la data.
But it is, you know, it's a big game.
Ha fatto finta.
I can't hear you louder.
Tutti vogliono la data.
Questo era uno di quelli papabili quando si parlava di un PlayStation Experience basato sulle date.
Freebird? Is that what?
You feeling confident, Cory?
Oh, absolutely.
In
I'm
effetti
feeling
sì,
very good about things.
si sente molto
I would love to be able
sicuro
to
di
tell
sé.
people when we're going to release it, but my dog ate the release date, so I don't have that right now. But I can tell you a little bit more about it. Right now, we are in the playtesting phases. In fact, this week we just finished up a playtest. And over the last 4 or 5 playtests we've been clocking in, I think the total gameplay time is somewhere in the arena of 25 to 35 hours.
Whoa.
Attenzione, dalle 25 alle 35 ore di gioco.
That's
Non è
big.
poco,
I mean, I gotta
It's not
Guarda la
as big as
faccia
his
di
game, but
lui, è
I'm,
rimasto
getting
impressionato.
there.
It's close.
Yeah.
It's getting there. I mean, I gotta say, I was assuming it was in the maybe 10, 15, 20 hours.
Yeah, that's what I was telling people.
Yeah.
And then we sort of
Devi
accidentally
vedere
made it a
quanto
lot,
ti
a lot.
terrà sul pezzo
Beh, sì.
per quello del
It's
gioco,
twice as
quindi-
big as we
però
expected. That's
le
funny.
basi
So, Sean, you know, a question I've been wondering about. Cory obviously
un'ottima
has
durata.
a very unique
Peccato però,
vision
niente
for
data
God
per
of War.
God of War.
It is quite a shift from what we've seen from the last
Di prima
6
delusione.
games, I think it is, in the series.
Right.
So what was it about Cory's pitch and his vision that sold worldwide studios on this new God of War?
A bribe.
Well, he said he'd ship in 2018.
intanto come detto io continuo a sentire i feels di Twitter
Cory has so much
ci sono un po' di
expertise
persone
and
che si
knowledge
lamentano
and
del
special secret
del
skills
ritmo di
that
questa
he might have sat in some
conferenza.
library at some
Vabbè,
university and
dopo
reading all the
ieri.
Secondo
stupid,
me
you know,
non siamo
Norse
entrati, sì,
mythology
però
books
secondo me
they
non
have
siamo
in the
neanche
background.
entrati proprio
This is
nella
totally
parte
true.
clou della conferenza, quindi si
No,
sta
So he
iniziando,
took me
lo
through his
penso pure
vision
io.
for the
sono
game and really taking
riscaldati
it to a new place.
con
Not
il
only by,
VR,
you know, by the campaign, but the type of story we're
comunque
telling,
buttando lì
more narrative driven and
due
not
tipo della
so
Guardian e
like
Wipeout,
brawler driven
che
kind of game. I
comunque
thought this is exactly the place where we need to take
hanno
some of the
un
God of War
discreto
franchises. It keeps it true to its roots, yet makes it
significato.
new all over
La
again for a new audience.
conferenza
And that's what Corey sold me
accelererà
on. It took him about 90
a
minutes to tell me
breve,
what I just told you in 4 minutes. But
Speriamo.
it was exactly what.
I'm a bit loquacious
25-35 ore
like
di
that.
gioco, buon Dio.
But, ladies and gentlemen, this is the guy who's already shipped his game, and this is the guy who's in
Right.
crunch.
He is way more relaxed.
Compare and
right?
contrast.
What are you still doing here, man? You
I
gotta
know,
be.
right?
What's the bug count?
Right. I'm getting texted right now with the bug count.
So Corey, the game is at least bigger than I expected. I can say
Quindi
that.
per ora sappiamo che sarà un gioco
It's
grande.
large. It's large. So, but in a big world like that, how do you sort of keep a narrative focus? Like,
Come
how do
fai
you
a
stay on
mantenere la
track with the
narrativa?
player?
Giusto?
Ooh, very, very, very carefully. I mean, playtesting honestly has really helped us a lot to figure out how we keep the player focused. And one of the original things I was talking to people about was treating the game like a tour bus. So that you're in this massive world and we're sort of rewarding the player for being curious, and you can kind of pull the string to get off the tour bus, which the tour bus is the narrative in this story. And you can kind of go look around, check out the world, but the bus is always a few steps away, no matter what you do. So it's kind of a fun
Ok, quindi non
exploration
sarà
of the
un open
world.
game vero e proprio, nel senso...
Tour
I
bus,
think we
right?
use the analogy of a theme park just around the corner here, Disneyland, for Making Horizon Zero Dawn. We're a tour bus.
And that really was like a theme park. too.
It's a theme park.
It's amazing.
So, Corey, since we got you here, I wanted to run through the latest gameplay footage, actually, that we saw at Paris from
yeah,
God of
yeah,
War.
yeah.
But because we got you here, you can add some context and some information that we maybe didn't have back then.
Oh, good.
So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and roll that.
E attenzione,
I'm going to say something right
a quel
away.
video.
I was talking about playtesting. We were still building the system for the kids' ability to talk in-game, the banter system we call it. So Atreus in the game wasn't fully talking a lot, so when we made this video, I was dropping the audio in without us having playtested it. So I treat this video a little bit like it was a giant playtest with the world. So we sort of discovered, as we sent it out, in a playtest that was happening almost the same time this was coming out, that we were like, oh man, he talks too much. We need to chill that out a little bit. So it was kind of a fantastic realization. This right here was meant to give you a little bit of a glimpse into sort of the moment-to-moment combat. Previous ones we had focused a little bit on the story and the tone and the world, and this is kind of giving you that sense that we haven't really lost that pick-up-and-play aspect of God of War. In all the encounters, we're really going to allow the player to really open up and use their own creativity in each of the experiences, using the environment, using other characters against each other. It's very fun. And
Beh,
this is really
interessante.
just a
Interazione
area you
ambientale.
find in the game when you're around exploring. So this is not even the sort of main critical path.
Oh, that's interesting. So it's kind of honeycombed with secrets and extra paths.
Honeycomb, that's nice. I'm
You
gonna
like
use
that?
that.
Yeah.
Ha appena
Good. Put
spiegato
that
di
in the
come
marketing.
It is
questa
absolutely honeycombed.
questa sessione di gioco era molto una sorta di playtest, al punto che infatti stavano testando adesso come funzionava il parlato del bambino, bambina non so,
Oh yeah.
e
Well, 'cause it was
hanno
Halloween,
realizzato pure
right?
che parlava
So it's
davvero
really
troppo.
for people.
Anything you can share about that particular ghoul?
That's the Revenant, one of the characters that we've introduced in the Lost Pages. And those are characters that are practitioners of Sather magic, and they've been doing it for so long they've kind of lost their humanity and their sort of human form, if you will, possessed by the drug of magic.
Pure a me,
Drug of
dalle
magic,
25 alle
alright.
35 ore di gioco su God of War non mi convincono nemmeno a me, Diego. Però,
Right.
That's right.
I'm so good at
che ne so,
this.
magari una via di mezzo fra un
And
open
Corey's
world
been,
e
6 games. This will actually be
uno
the 7th game, I
story-driven
believe, in the God of
game.
War series.
Perché no?
I think it's actually, if you include the mobile,
I was
like on
wondering if
Ci sono effettivamente
I don't know,
tante, eh.
man, it's all about
Beh
that.
sì.
That's right. So how do you keep up with fan expectations? I mean, there's a big history with this title.
There really is. Very tirelessly, we are constantly getting feedback from our playtesters, paying attention to what people are seeing when we are showing stuff. This is a labor of love for everybody at Santa Monica. So a lot of people
Parlano
have
troppo.
worked on this franchise
Questo è
from the
vero.
beginning. We care a tremendous
Effettivamente
amount
stanno
about
davvero,
this game.
cioè,
So we hope
è
that you
molto,
all
cioè,
do as well.
abituati a quello di ieri sera, è molto più approfondita nel parlato.
Furman, I mean, you guys shipped this year. Do you have any advice?
Keep going back to these.
I know. I'm trying to help you.
Right.
I'm trying to help you.
All right,
Herman, you
sweet.
guys shipped, so you've been where where Corey is right now.
È un
Do you have any
PlayStation
words of wisdom,
Experience
any advice?
diverso da quello a
Lots of
cui siamo
coffee.
stati abituati negli ultimi
No, so
anni.
Corey's now
Sì.
in a place where your peak productivity, every hour counts. I really
L'anno scorso era una via di mezzo, in realtà anche lì parlavano abbastanza.
it's also the most
Però di
efficient
certo
phase in which every
molto lontano da quello che abbiamo visto negli ultimi 2
I
e
know
3, ad
because we're
esempio.
pretty close, Guerrilla Games and Santa Monica Studio. We actually visit each other. We do an exchange program. We have a lot of people that have
Per
been
esempio sono
inside of this
rimasto
team.
personalmente stupito
And I know that
di
these guys are in
come
a situation
abbiano
now
deciso
where
di
everything is
buttare
falling
la
into place,
bomba della
it's gonna be
world
magical.
premiere
I can't wait to
di
visit
Death
soon.
Stranding
Yes. I want to
al
visit
Game
you guys, too.
Awards
I never have gotten a chance. Everybody else
piuttosto
goes
che al
out there.
PlayStation
is open.
Experience.
Right.
You're
All
too
right.
busy.
Magari oggi vanno a vedere il
We should
gameplay.
crowdfund that.
You say that, Corey, it's
Bella
funny.
battuta.
You speak for a lot of people here.
Io
Say that.
personalmente
Right, we'll
però
just delay the game. I'll go out there.
Corey, I don't know if you got a
Continuano a
chance to check out
scherzare
the
nel
God of War
frattempo.
booth that's actually being built right this minute here at PlayStation.
I have not seen it live in person. I've seen photos and then heard about it over the phone. Wow. Look at that.
Yeah.
ecco quello
So
è,
you'll be
è
able
quello il
to,
mio sogno
there's a lot of great
preferito.
photo ops. You'll be able to kind of wear the
Specie
Kratos face
di
paint, be able to
nuovo
don the
piccolo,
armor,
anche
take photos.
3
But there's a
secondi di
special
gameplay
reward for
di Death
those
Stranding.
who are brave
Poi
enough to
posso
get their
andare a
head shaved.
dormire.
Yeah.
Cioè, vi lascio
Any
qui e
takers
voi
out there?
continuate.
Who's daring enough?
Seriously?
Okay.
E invece,
Okay. Well,
Okay, we're
Invece
going to do it
niente.
now. I left it at home.
Corey, thank you so much.
Thank
We're
you,
gonna have some other guests dropping by here. On that note, it sounds like some folks here watched the Game Awards last night, right? Okay. We got an awesome new look at Dreams, and I thought it might be fun to learn a little bit more about it. What do you think? All right, well, please welcome Shaban Reddy from Media Molecule.
Passano da God of War a Media Molecule, ma penso che gli ospiti rimarranno seduti. Cioè nel mentre.
dici, rimarrà anche Cory Barlog. Boh, prima mi era sembrato un Cory Have to Go.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Siobhan Reddy.
Sì, è rimasto
Hi.
Ci sono tanti divani, infatti sì, è per quello che...
Occupano parecchio spazio, effettivamente.
No. Ma e se ci fosse tipo un annuncio super gigante da fare alla fine che faranno tutti insieme?
This is so relaxing.
La data di Death Stranding.
I feel separate.
O molto altro.
This is the stress seat. Go ahead.
Okay, I'll take it on. All right.
Shaban, I gotta ask, I mean, what's Media Molecule been up to lately?
Well, we have just been so busy, heads down, getting
Infatti erano
things
proprio
ready for
spariti al Little
everybody.
Big Planet 3.
So we're so excited to be here at PSX and sharing
Invece stavano
projects.
lavorando a Dreams.
You know, for us, like we're a studio that loves to, you know, bring new experiences and innovative new experiences to
Che
everybody.
poi Dreams è
and
intanto è
can't
una
wait to
sorta
see
di
what you're gonna do
evoluzione
with
di
it.
Little Big Planet.
How would you describe Dreams? I mean, it seems like a game that's kind of hard to describe, if I'm frank.
Well, I mean, so we did make Little Big Planet, and for us, Dreams is our next step into the Play, Create, Share domain. And I mean, in the trailer that we released last night, like the really important thing about that announced our story mode and sort of showed what the story is that we're making. But also the really important thing about that is that everything was made in Dreams. So, you know, Create this time is that you can create absolutely anything. You can create games, you can create movies, like all of the characters, the animation, the logic, everything was made in Dreams. And so for us, that's what's a really big differentiator. And then you can share it with the world. So really it is like that next step on with Play, Create, Share.
Tell us a little bit more about what we're seeing here in the story mode. I mean, I think there was sort of like 3 different dreams or universes that
That's
we were
right,
kind of
yeah.
looking at.
That's cool. So here you have little debug. So basically our story mode is 3 interwoven stories, and it's called Art's Dream. And here you're seeing debug. This is the sort of more sci-fi theme. And we decided that instead of just sort of going with one type of gameplay and one type of look, we would do the 3. So this is a sci-fi, and we also have the sort of film noir setting, which is point-and-click adventure, and there is the childhood fantasy, which is kind of classic MM with a bit of
Stanno
horror.
spiegando di come appunto il gioco è una sorta di
Yeah, here's the-
grande
yeah.
Looks lovely. I mean,
unione di più generi, più cose.
Oh,
They
well,
look so different, all of them.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, that's sort of the point, because we want to show people the breadth of what can be done with the tools. And this theme here, the mystery theme, is it's absolutely gorgeous. The whole theme is just drop dead stunning. And for us, like, it was really important sort of to bring in these, painterly looks and sort of the chiseled characters. Here we have a map, and so this is sort of how the dream is laid out. And so you'll see that, like, as you play through it, we're beginning here now into Art's dream.
Niente,
So,
stiamo
yeah,
mostrando più o
Art
meno la
here is the
campagna
main
di gioco.
character,
Questo è
and
il
this is
pezzo
again
del
in the
video
noir
di ieri.
setting. But yeah, for us it was the idea of like taking these 3 different settings and sort of binding them together into an interwoven narrative for people to
And
experience.
not to belabor the point, but you've made all of this in the Dreams engine.
That's right. All of it is running real time in Dreams.
Right.
All made in Dreams, running real
And the
time.
tools are there that someone could recreate that
That's right. Yep.
on their own.
Yep. They're all there.
Wow.
I mean, one
Yeah, I
question.
mean that's the exciting thing.
Yeah, I've just always been wondering with this title. I mean, how far sort of does the rabbit hole go when it comes to genres? I mean, can you make like racing games? Can
Yeah.
you make RPGs?
Yep.
Can you make? I mean,
I think what we learned from LBP is give people the tools, and they'll be able. We saw the most extraordinary things. And
Diciamo che
Dreams
si
is
torna al
just-
solito
it's so-
discorso
it's
di
just
Media
so much
Molecule.
bigger than LBP.
Danno al
for us,
giocatore
like,
i mezzi per creare il gioco.
we're so excited because there's
Ma quanto la
absolutely
gente vuole
stars in
davvero
there.
prendere un
And
gioco
I
per
think
creare
we'll
il gioco?
actually start to see almost like a bit of genre bending, different genres coming together, and that's going to be super exciting.
It strikes me, Corey. I mean, would there be any benefit to God of War maybe borrowing some of this Dreams technology? Would that help you get across the finish line a little quicker?
I would have had a release date today had I had.
Speaking of that, actually, Shaban, do we have a target release time here for Dreams?
So we're releasing 2018.
Great.
Yeah. So we're ready, getting ready. Yep.
I would imagine you need some kind of beta or something to really launch a game like this.
That's right. Yeah. So we're going to do a beta prior to launch, but yeah, we're not announcing the exact dates just yet. But yeah, that will definitely happen, and we know that our community are desperate to get it onto the beta, so we'll be definitely doing that.
And so are your sister studios within the Worldwide
I
Studio.
know. Well,
Anxious
come on
to
over.
get-
Come on over.
Will do.
Yeah.
I'm sure you
we
guys
get a copy early, right?
Yeah. Well, we'd love to do the jam, Worldwide Studios Jam. Like,
There
how
you
cool
go.
would that be?
I like that.
Awesome.
I'm in.
I'm in.
Let's
Yeah,
do it.
I mean, we're going to
We're
do
jamming.
it. Like, I just think it would be the best.
I'll cover the pizza for that.
All right, thanks, Shaban. We've been doing a lot of talking here tonight. I kind of feel like playing a game, I mean, what do you guys think? Do you want to play a game?
Play something.
Play a game with us? Okay. Any of you guys have any ideas about a fun game to play with friends?
Yahtzee.
Yahtzee? We're gonna
Yahtzee torna
sit
da
down
ieri.
and play Yahtzee right here on the stage. I've got an idea.
ladders, yeah.
I've got an idea. That's Overcooked. Overcooked is a brilliant game. No, we're not going to play Overcooked up here. We're going to play.
We've done Until Dawn before in the group setting.
Yes, we're going to play Detroit Become Human.
Oh,
Please welcome Guillaume from Quantic Dream.
nel frattempo Fabio Stark dice che stiamo assistendo al Maurizio Costanzo Scioni. Effettivamente.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Guillaume de Fondemiere.
Nel frattempo Fabio Stark dice appunto che stiamo assistendo al Maurizio
A lot of
Costanzo
people here. Yeah,
Scioni.
this is going to be exciting. The very first PlayStation experience, by the way, where we fired up Until Dawn. Great game. I'm sure you guys are fans of it.
Leggevo
And
prima
had
una
everyone
provocazione.
cheer
Se
and
questa
holler and
conferenza
decide,
l'avesse fatta
decide what
Microsoft,
actions we should take. But before we
cosa
do
si
that, we'll do
sarebbe
that in just a
detto?
minute. Guillaume, I wanted to ask, what
Ma in realtà è molto
inspired,
stile Microsoft questa.
Detroit Become
Sì.
Human?
Well, as you know, in 2011 we started to work on a tech demo called Kara,
Oh, yeah.
and this Android that is getting built. And when it released in 2012, we showed it as a prototype. Everyone was asking us, what happens to Kara when she goes out into the world. And so David Cage and the team started to work on, what happens when she comes out. And so we imagined this world in about 20 years when human-like androids are really commonplace. So they're everywhere. They've taken on actually most jobs of humans. And although they look and speak and behave like human beings, they're only machines. They're really at the service of humans. And so in the game, you're going to play as 3 of these androids. Kara, of course, Connor, and Marcus. And they're each very different models. They have their own backstory. They have their own place in society. And as the player, you will have to make critical decisions that is going to impact their fate. So you're really going to be in control of the story.
Saranno 3 personaggi gestibili, saranno 3 androidi.
I love games like this. I love games like this.
Tra cui c'è Kara.
The great news is this is playable here this weekend at PlayStation Experience.
Sarà giocabile al PlayStation Experience, peccato che non ci siamo.
But I don't want to wait. Why wait, right?
Lo giocheranno penso anche adesso.
Right now. So Guillaume, take your position, please. Guillaume will be playing on PS4 Pro. And here's what's going to happen is all you early bird ticket holders out there, you're going to help Guillaume make decisions in this game. And you're going to do that by making noise, right?
I don't hear you well, so please. So a little bit of context. We're playing this hostage scene, which is the very first scene in the game. We're playing as Connor. Connor is a prototype.
Ok, questa è la stessa che abbiamo potuto giocare anche noi
deviant androids that all of a sudden do something weird. And
alla
so
Gamescom.
We're going into this hostage scene where the house android has taken a little girl hostage. And we're going to try and save the girl.
Però questa è la prima volta che la giocano in live.
X for Sean, no?
Questo è un altro di quei titoli che non vedo l'ora di avere fra le mani.
Beh sì.
Okay, now I'm in control of the character. I can really move him around the way I want with the left analog stick. With the right analog stick, I can interact. Take it. So Connor is very intelligent. Shall I save the fish or not? Oh, too late, too late. There's no sound.
All right, ma'am, you need to go. You can't do that. Why aren't you sending a real person?
Salva il pesce, salva il pesce. Tutti urlano save.
Spettacolo.
Remember that every action has a consequence.
Pensa, magari l'attentatore si salva perché prima scivolava sul pesce.
Hold R2 and you enter what we call the mind palace of the character. Shows you your objectives.
I don't give a shit. My men are ready to step in. Just give the order.
So here, for instance, I can see that I can talk to Captain Allen.
Captain Allen, my name is Connor. I'm the android sent by CyberLife.
It's firing at everything that moves. It already shot down 2 of my men. We could easily get it, but they're on the edge of the balcony. If it falls, she falls.
Okay, quick, so I can ask him about the deviant's name, emotional shock.
Has it experienced an emotional shock recently?
I haven't got a clue. Does it matter?
I need information to determine the best approach. Have you tried its deactivation codes?
The first thing we tried. Listen, saving that kid is all that matters. So either you deal with this fucking android now, or I'll take care of it.
Okay.
Wow.
Don't know if we said the right thing here, but okay. So, as Connor, the investigator, I have special abilities. One of his abilities of Connor is that he can analyze evidence, and if you find all the evidence, you can then put them together, and you enter into the reconstruct mode. So you can basically reconstruct what has happened in a recent past. So here, for instance, you can see that someone has
Luigi,
taken
questa è la
this
stessa cosa che hai visto tu?
wallet here. So the deviant took the
Questo
father's son.
sì. Praticamente grazie a questa scena lui riesce a scoprire delle cose che adesso non dirò se qualcuno non ha mai visto il gioco. Esatto, ok. Che è stata presa una pistola, dunque ci deve essere una pistola in giro perché non è più nella valigia. Che poi molte cose io l'ho dovute dedurre perché l'ho giocato in tedesco, ragazzi, e non essendo a conoscenza della lingua germanica sono andato un po' intuito in alcuni casi.
So there's really nothing you have to do. So back here. Okay, now we know the deviant's name is Daniel. Maybe something that we can use later on. Way up. Good. So at any moment I can press R2 here and see, you know, those little yellow flags. That's an indication of everything that's interactive in the scene. So let's take a look at this person here. I have a bad controller, that we know now.
Wow. Colpo d'arma da fuoco.
Okay, and now I can reconstruct and try to understand
No,
what
è
happened.
veramente figo. In base a quello che vedremo, troveremo eccetera, noi ricostruiremo gli eventi.
Try to find clues.
This is kind of creepy, Guillaume.
Okay, we found something. I've unlocked a new evidence that I'll be able to analyze. Okay, now we understand probably what happened. Deviant was going to be replaced, didn't like it. Oops. All right, so that is a soft reminder that time is of the essence.
Ah, quindi il tempo avanza.
Esatto. Comunque anche la scelta delle azioni e quando farle sarà importantissima, perché comunque il tempo non è fermo. Quello che magari poteva sembrare un difetto di alcuni altri titoli dello stesso tipo. Ad esempio lo scorrere del tempo era una delle caratteristiche principali del primo titolo che è diventato famoso di Quantic Dream, o meglio, famoso nell'era moderna, diciamo, che era Fahrenheit.
Sì.
E lì il tempo era anche troppo poco spesso.
Should I take the weapon?
Lo prendiamo o no?
Avere l'arma però va contro l'atto degli androidi, giusto?
Okay, so now
Scusa?
78%
Avere un'arma va
probability
contro
of
le leggi
success.
degli androidi.
Let's go.
Questo non so se è stato
Era
detto
appena
durante la
comparso
storia.
qualcosa, era appena comparso qualcosa.
Ok, mi ero perso
Okay, now
il...
we need to be quick.
Don't come any closer or I'll jump. Hi, Daniel. My name is Connor. How do you know my name? I know a lot of things about you. I've come to get you out of this.
Ooh, I need to approach slowly. So, what do you want?
I know you're angry, Daniel. But you need to trust me. Let me help. I don't want your help. Nobody can help me.
Shall we hop the cup?
He's losing blood. If we don't get him to a hospital, he's going to die. All humans die eventually. What does it matter if this one dies now? I'm going to apply a tourniquet. Don't touch him. Touch him and I kill you.
What should I do?
C'è anche il tempo per la scelta, chiaramente.
Are you armed?
Truth or lie?
Lai.
You don't have a gun. You're lying. I know you have a gun. I'm telling you the truth, Daniel. I came here unarmed.
Okay, so now we can use what we've unlocked. Quick.
I know you and Emma were very close. You think she betrayed you, but she's done nothing wrong. She lied to me.
That's good.
I thought she loved me. But I was wrong. She's just like all the other humans.
What should I do? Quick.
They were going to replace you, and you became upset. That's what happened, right? I thought I was part of the family.
Ottima scelta.
But I was just their toy. Something to throw away when you're done with.
What should I do? Quick.
Listen, I know it's not your fault. These emotions you're feeling are just errors in your software. No, it's not my fault. I never wanted this. I love them, you know? But I was nothing to them. Just a slave to be ordered around. I can't stand that noise anymore. Tell that helicopter to get out of here.
What should I do?
Mhm. 99%.
On your last chance, Daniel. If you let it slip, they'll kill you. Let the hostage go. You have no other choice.
È scesa. Scusate.
And I want a car. When I'm outside the city, I'll let her go.
Quick, show you.
Oh, attenzione.
Execute, stanno urlando.
No. Povero. E questo è uno dei tanti finali possibili, perché ce ne sono veramente una marea.
I knew you would say that.
Ecco.
Però lascia un po' da mano in bocca la storia finale.
Beh, come tutti. Almeno io ne ho visti almeno 4 o 5. E il mio non mi è piaciuto per niente, quello che è capitato fuori. Purtroppo non sapevo cosa rispondevo, ripeto. Praticamente mi sono buttato di sotto con lui.
Non era male. Interessante.
No, no, no.
Ecco, la parola giusta è intenso. Era una cosa, era stata una scena intensa.
I would always talk him out of it, or I mean, how many ways are there to solve that situation?
There are many ways, but more than the different endings, and that's true for this scene, but for all the other scenes, everything that you do has a consequence.
Vabbè,
And so
famosa
you have
frase,
to
tutto quello
experience
che
it
fa ha
for
una
yourself,
conseguenza.
because watching someone play and playing it yourself is really totally different. But
Che è praticamente la base su
really
cui si
trying
fondano i
to
giochi di Quantic
give
Dream.
players the possibility to make decisive decisions that are going to impact each of the characters' fate and totally change the story. And it's really our most ambitious project. It's the most branching narrative that we've ever created. And
Finora è stato soltanto rivelato il periodo di uscita.
Ecco, questa sarebbe una data interessante.
Papabile ormai.
Papabile, molto attesa.
Beh, sì.
We think that we're going to touch players on an emotional level and give them the opportunity to experience something really, really different.
Well, you touched me on an emotional level, I can tell you that right now. What about you guys down there?
Beh, sì, è stato interessante, dai.
Wow. Intense.
How many pages is the script? I need to know.
So David Cage says
Il script di quante pagine è?
I counted them, it's slightly more.
Yeah, slightly more. There's a lot more, probably.
Yeah. Well, we are at the end of the development, obviously.
Ecco la data.
Yeah, we have thousands of story permutations that we're going through. It's hell.
So wait, you have been working on this for 7 years, and you said you were working.
Però è il gioco di questo tipo più completo che avrà mai visto la luce, penso.
Less than 5 years.
We're thinking about the
2
game.
years,
We're
too.
thinking about the game for 3 years, then we start developing.
Oh, there you go. So 10.
But it's necessary.
Everybody's just trying to top me. That's cool.
Finish the game, Corey.
Yeah.
Now I don't want to. Now I want to take an additional 2 to 3 years.
Do I have more time?
No, I'm just kidding. 2 years is fine. Yeah.
Great job, everybody. You saved the hostage. That was Detroit
And the
Become
fish.
Human. Play it this weekend.
And you
Play
saved
that.
the fish.
Get a totally different experience. Who knows? That is coming out next year, right? Next year on PS4?
It is coming out next year in
Ok,
spring.
2018.
I am buying
Niente.
that. Oh my.
Oh, Guillaume, you just laid it
Ok,
right out.
sappiamo soltanto Spring.
Okay. Well, very cool, very cool.
Sì, questa è una cosa che già sapevamo.
But I gotta say, who wants to see some trailers? You want to see some new game trailers?
Oh,
All right.
trailer di nuovi giochi.
Let's see some new game trailers.
Definirei una seconda mezza delusione dopo la dai God of War.
Che cos'è questo?
So what is
Strano.
this? Like hole simulator?
It's kind of cool. You put trash in the hole and it gets bigger.
You know what would be cool? If it actually ran at 60 frames per second.
Dude, it does. Look at the screen.
Sono due non so cosa.
Does it have a platinum
Due
trophy?
I don't know. I just
mi sono due raccoon, due
So like
procioni che
what's
giocano.
Procioni.
Che che gioca un gioco lamentandosi dei frame.
Oh, sick.
Fanno cadere cose di sotto.
This game has updog, right?
E non solo.
What's up, dog? What's up, dog? Seriously, what's up, dog?
Cos'è? Dio, che gioco strano. Penso che più prendi cose più il buco si allarga. Donut County.
Donut County.
Che cos'è? Tiger Tron.
Questo è per PlayStation VR.
Un'avventura di due delfini, che bello.
Meet Jupiter and Mars.
Wow.
Che è il nome dei due pesci? Jupiter and Mars.
Wow.
Era un po' uno wow.
Ecco, questo
Arc System Works. Attenzione.
What? Sembra di aver visto bene. Quello non è un personaggio di coso. Non vorrei... Quella è Persona 4, o sbaglio? Forse dico una cavolata. Questa bene è il coso.
Non mi manca.
Let's Blue Cross Star
Blaze
Band.
Blue. Blaze Blue.
Hang on just a minute.
Ruby Rose.
Il quarto trailer è quello buono?
Non è un trailer questo.
Appunto, non c'è uno buono allora. Almeno che
è arrivato.
questo è un Monster Hunter. No, non è.
No.
Non lo è.
Soul Calibur.
Soul Calibur.
Forse fanno vedere qualcosa in più.
I am ready to fight you.
Cassandra è sempre Cassandra, È Cassandra, vero?
Sì. Non sembra cambiare di una virgola il gioco. Se sia un bene o un male.
Io spero solo che il roster venga ampliato e la storia anche. Finora il Soul Calibur che indubbiamente ha avuto più successo secondo me è stato il 2.
La cosa curiosa sarà il personaggio ospite di questo gioco. Ricordiamo che c'è stato Darth Vader.
Sì. Yoda, l'allievo. Ma è la seconda della console se non ricordo male.
C'è stato Yashi, c'è stato Link, c'è stato Spawn. Forse l'ospite hanno fatto vedere ieri per un millisecondo. Questo penso sia Monster Hunter.
Appunto Capcom. Capcom.
Then that means the Elder Crossing is upon us again.
Quite a sight. Just wait till we're finished. Soon, I hope.
È lui.
The Second Fleet always delivers.
Detroit
It's up to you to stop it.
sembra davvero bello. E sì, stiamo un po' tirando per le lunghe effettivamente. Non è il classico show Sony, è un po' più lento, pagato,
Più parlato. E ci sono ancora a metà dei posti a sedere liberi, perciò non so che fine faremo oggi.
Domani proveremo questo Monster Hunter e vediamo com'è. I personaggi non sono così belli, anzi.
Use everything at your disposal. I want eyes everywhere. Fight hard and stay smart.
Comunque sta a livello sopra. A me dispiace dirlo per Nintendo 3DS, però su una console next gen riesce a rendere molto meglio.
Beh, anche giusto così, insomma, una fissa
Lo so,
per forza di cose deve essere più curata, cioè perché ha più possibilità sia a livello di schermo che di infrastruttura. Eccolo qua.
Dio.
What the... Ma cosa?
Ricordiamoci, dopo, se non sbaglio, pure Aloy c'è come personaggio da utilizzare. Ah, praticamente c'era. Fa solo la musica.
Vabbè. Però da Capcom mi sarei aspettato anche qualcos'altro. Che non dico.
Ladies and gentlemen, please
quello
welcome
che si
Andrew
aspettavano in
House and
tanti,
Mark
mi sa.
Cerny.
Eccoli.
E io c'ho la lacrimuccia.
Se se ne
sono
escono
ancora...
con qualche periferica o qualcosa nuovo.
Cose portatili.
No.
Ecco, anche il nostro caro Andy.
Pensa se se ne escono con una console portatile.
Wow, a lot of people.
Effettivamente non avevo pensato a questa possibilità.
At the heart of PlayStation for over 20 years now, and you've been planning a change for the last few months. Is there a little you can
Nella tua ultima conferenza sei sul palco e lanci la nuova console portatile di PlayStation.
I have been with PlayStation since the start, and I've been through some good times and some not so good times. And I think right now the business is probably in the best shape, our platform, our games, than I've ever seen it. And thank you. I hope you guys agree. And with that, and having finally achieved the creation of Sony Interactive Entertainment, bringing
No, non dormire, Diego, rimani sveglio con noi, resisti.
Dai.
And then on top of that, having been with the same company for 27 years, 14 of those years working in Japan, it just felt like the right time to hand a great thing to the next generation, and for me to just go and find one more adventure.
So yeah, the tribute at the Game Awards last night was definitely very emotional.
Yeah.
And so tonight we have a special guest who also wants to celebrate your impact on gaming, but before that, let's roll video.
Intanto un video, ma ci dovrebbe essere un ospite che vuole... Ah, rieccolo. Per la felicità di Marco arriva Death Stranding.
Ok.
Penso sia il video
Penso
di
sia
ieri.
lo stesso di ieri.
Piango di nuovo.
Guarda, è così emozionato che rallenta.
Ecco, quello si è emozionato anche il mio 3G.
Sì, sì, sì.
Ragazzi, lo dicevo, piccola parentesi personale, lo dicevo ieri dopo aver visto la World Premiere. Io ripongo talmente tanta fiducia in quell'uomo con gli occhiali che metto Death Stranding probabilmente nella mia personale most waited di sempre. Cioè è quello che attendo di più in assoluto, perché ho la sensazione che possa dare una spinta all'intero movimento, cioè mettere insieme attori importanti comunque come Norman Reedus, come Mads Mikkelsen, e probabilmente, forse dico una cosa esagerata, il miglior game designer di sempre, è una spinta al media esagerata.
Sì.
Per non parlare comunque anche di Del Toro,
Toro, ecco, insomma. E che fra l'altro cosa che mi mette paura, perché potrei rimanere deluso, cioè se non dovesse essere all'altezza delle aspettative, che sono enormi, quindi il rischio c'è ed è alto, potrei rimanere deluso e non riprendermi mai.
Più che altro io ancora non sono effettivamente sicuro di che genere di gioco ci troviamo davanti, insomma.
Cioè, per
che
quello
cosa
che
dovremmo fare?
Puzzle game, cioè veramente non abbiamo visto nulla di che gioco sarà, però do credibilità e un po' di credito all'uomo che mi ha dei Metal Gear.
Intanto Norman è vestito da Arrow di grigio. Questa scena è clamorosa.
Tra l'altro è stato divertente come da ieri, insomma, da quando è uscito questo lungo video, la gente vada a caccia degli easter egg.
Sì.
Per cui c'è stato più di qualcuno che ha visto, tra virgolette, diciamo, perché ovviamente come abbiamo detto non sappiamo nulla, che ci ha visto uno Psycho Mantis dentro questo trailer.
Nah.
Io ho dei serissimi dubbi, io penso che sarà una cosa, sarà un lavoro in cui lui porterà completamente cose nuove, nulla di quello che lui ha portato negli anni, di cui ci ha fatto innamorare negli anni, e sarà un progetto veramente partendo da zero. Resta comunque una delle cose più disturbate che io abbia mai visto,
abbastanza.
Più che altro la mia curiosità adesso si concentra sul perché mandare questo video adesso per salutare
Perché penso che entrerà proprio
Andrew
lui,
House.
la persona che tra l'altro ha fatto entrare Kojima dentro a una collaborazione con Sony.
Beh, in ogni caso, tanto già da quelle parti a Los Angeles ci stava, per dire, cioè, sempre in California stiamo. È rimasto un giorno di più e via.
Beh sì.
Andiamo a salutare Andy.
Ma penso uscirà fuori qualcosa, secondo me il gameplay esce stavolta. Me lo sento.
Dici?
No.
Me lo sento.
Poi non dormo, io non dormo.
Già non è dormito ieri.
No, non dormo perché l'ho detto, io non voglio andare a dormire in un mondo in cui mi risveglierò e ancora non ci sarà Death Stranding.
Dormi fino a che non esce. Io non
Guarda,
capisco. Questa scena non l'ho
Voglio
capita.
risvegliare con il gioco già sullo scaffale.
Questa scena non l'ho capita. Lui praticamente c'è questa esplosione di luce. Il bambino non c'è. Lui entra nell'acqua. Gli vengono le macchie addosso che sono più o meno come se gli camminasse sopra uno di quegli esseri, diciamo, invisibili.
C'è talmente tanto di cui discutere su complessivamente una quindicina di minuti di trailer, perché i 3 trailer insieme, se non sbaglio, facciamo circa 15 minuti, che si possono fare 8000 ipotesi.
Congetture.
Strano forte.
Vabbè, comunque se non vuoi aspettare, la criogenia è sempre un'opzione.
Sì, penso percorrerò anche questa ipotesi.
Questa è la parte che ho capito meno di tutte.
Il bello è che è come se lui sapesse, cioè, se fosse normale quello che succede, capito?
Sì, esatto, perché non si è stupito dell'aver sputato quelle cose.
Tra l'altro queste vermi che camminano in verticale, come se stessero in un'altra dimensione. Comunque, piccola parentesi, nell'anno di Stranger Things c'è un pezzo del trailer che sembra veramente preso e pescato da Stranger Things.
C'è da studiare anche questa frase che dice comunque.
Molta attenzione alle parole dei vari trailer. Io sono ancora, tra le altre cose, le frasi di questo trailer sono secondo me molto importanti. Io continuo a ricordare che nel primo trailer lanciato di Death Stranding l'apertura,
attenzione,
una frase.
Stanno prendendo dei pezzi di altri video, cioè di
Sono
altri
dei
trailer.
primi due,
I
primi due trailer.
Hanno affiancati Death Stranding.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Hideo Kojima.
Arriva Hideo Kojima sul palco.
Eccolo.
Gente che si spoglia, gente che si denuncia.
Aspetta, c'ha addosso
E guarda che cosa ha lui.
la ciccio che si apre e si chiude. La gente urla oh my god.
Tra l'altro, se ci avete fatto caso, sul sito di Kojima Productions sono in vendita dei gadgettini molto simpatici relativi a Death Stranding, già. Ancora leggermente fuori mercato per quanto mi riguarda, considerato un portachiavi, per quanto molto bello, a 13.500 yen, che equivalgono a poco più di 100 euro.
Really?
So, Andy, I know you and Kojima-san have a long history together. How did you meet?
We met under the worst of all possible circumstances. It was E3, I was responsible for running the show, and I was hosting an event, and I got a call on my cell phone saying, Kojima-san's code has just been stolen by a fan from the booth, and you have to go tell him. So went out into the night. We had tracked him down to a restaurant, and we called him outside, and on the sidewalk in LA told him that his precious code had been stolen, and we had no idea where it was. And I remember the looks on people's faces as some short guy was bowing deeply on the sidewalk in LA to apologize for what had just happened. Anyway, the relationship could only go in one direction from there, which is obviously up. So I'm pleased to say. Yeah.
ご飯を食べてて、テラスみたいなところで食べてて、まあ平井さんもいましたけど、アンジーさんがなぜかこう近づいてきて、こうご飯を食べてたんです。
Yeah, we were eating together. We were eating at terrace, and for no reason, for no apparent reason, Andy comes out of nowhere and approaches, and then he tells the news and he starts to apologize deeply. I remember that.
And Kojima-san's face just went white as a sheet. I've never felt so bad in my life.
忘れられないですよね。はい。
まさに。
その前からアンディさんとは結構会議とか会ってましたけど、まあ時がまあこうなんていうんですか、こうすごく近くに感じた時です。
It's hard to forget that. I mean, before that, I've been with Andy in meetings and whatnot, but that was the first time that I really remember, closing the distance with Andy.
So, Death Stranding. Can you tell us a little bit about how that came together?
Attenzione.
ですね。先ほどトレーラー出てましたけど、あれは実機で動いてます。PlayStation Pro で 4K です。はい。
So you just saw the trailer. That is all working in real time in a PlayStation 4 Pro.
Cavolo, capito? Cioè significa che quello che abbiamo visto nel trailer girava su una PlayStation 4 Pro in tempo reale.
Ottimo.
And also in the latter half of the trailer you see Norman in like water, kind of swimming, going to his own body. That's playable.
Cioè quel pezzo è tutto giocabile.
Wow.
Vabbè.
So how did Death Stranding come together?
Parliamo di un footage.
E Mark Cerny gli ha rifatto la stessa domanda perché non gli ha risposto effettivamente.
We can skip that. So,
e non gli ha risposto ancora.
Maybe the world knows. So, what are some of your favorite memories together?
L'uomo più intellegibile del pianeta. È tipo lo stregatto di Alice.
Sì. Non sta proprio rispondendo.
We often go and grab lunch or dinner together.
で大体仕事の話は我々しませんので。
And we barely ever talk about work.
大体70年代、80年代のテレビドラマ、これは主にアメリカ。
Cioè in realtà quindi noi è come se avessimo visto il gameplay, non l'avevamo.
Sì, sembra di
We
sì.
mainly talk about 70s, 80s TV shows, mainly American.
Comunque io voglio quell'aggeggio. Ci voglio andare in giro proprio la sera e andare in giro con quell'affare sulle spalle.
Take on pop culture trivia in the US and Japan, 70s, 80s, and he will kick your ass. He's just an encyclopedia. I would also add that I think the most fun time most recently was sort of building a different form of relationship and seeing at first hand the sort of rebirth of Kojima Productions and having Sony be part of that has just been really, really phenomenal from my point of view.
Parla appunto di come gli è piaciuto vedere la rinascita di Kojima Production.
まあいろんなところからオファーがありました。
che ricordiamo essere un progetto, la Kojima Production, che viene da lontano. In realtà lui lavora ad una sua casa di sviluppo proprietaria da tempo.
So I had this many offers, but I wanted to keep my freedom to create exactly what I wanted. So I wanted to work with someone that understood me.
でアンディさんにお会いしてこんなものを作りたいんだよとっていう相談をしました。
And well, I met with Andy and I told him, you know, this is kind of what I want to do.
普通は、役員室で何十人もいるところでピッチというのを散々やるわけですよ。こういうものをこういう狙いでこんだけ売り上げがあってこんだけで作りますっていうのをしないといけないんですけども。
So normally what you would do after this point is you go into executive meetings and you do a pitch of this is kind of the expected revenue, this is exactly what I'm planning and what kind of target audience I have. That's what would normally happen.
でその時アンディさんに 2-3 分
Praticamente ti sta raccontando di come
で言っただけなのに
il classico processo
So
che
I
c'è
remember at that point I just told Andy
del
maybe
pitch della presentazione del
2-3
progetto è stato
minutes about what I wanted to
completamente
do and just
saltato.
told him I didn't have any document and he just said, yeah, okay.
Dopo 3 minuti ha detto
で
ok.
最初の作品なんでやっぱりアンディさんねだいぶ付き合いも長いですし、信頼関係もあるのでそれで今回のデス・ストランディングができたと。アンディさんがいなければこれはなかった、生まれなかったものです。この赤ちゃんも生まれなかった。
And it would be the first work of Kojima Productions in the independent, so it was very important for me. And well, it was all because of Andy. Without Andy, none of this would have been possible.
Comunque è fantastico come
Created,
bastino
baby, the thumbs up,
due frasi di un personaggio singolo a cambiare completamente prospettiva su quello che è stato l'intero PlayStation Experience. Se Kojima non avesse detto guardate, cioè la parte sott'acqua è giocabile, cioè quello che avete visto in realtà PS4 Pro. Potevano anche alcune cose bellissime, abbiamo visto il VR che riprende di nuovo vita e tutto. Potevano anche cancellare tutta la parte precedente della conferenza. Cioè, questo è salito sul palco e ha detto quello è giocabile, boh, tutto il resto.
と一緒にやりましょうということで、まあ、去年の1月ですかね。
So, well, going lunch with Andy last year, I think it was in January.
で企画は考えてたんですけども、テクノロジーが全くないので、エンジンもツールもないので、まあその時は事務所もなかったです。
I already had a good idea of what I wanted to do, but I didn't have the technology with me. I didn't have, I didn't even have an office at that time.
その時まあ友達のマークさんを思い出して、マークさんに相談しました。
So also thought of Mark and discussed with Mark.
でマークさんと1月世界中のスタジオを回って、そこでヘルマンさんと出会って、今のデシマエンジンがあると。
And well, went on a tour through all the studios in the world with Mark, and at that point I met with Herman, and well, that's what led to today.
これもよくいろんなところで喋ってますけども、いろんなスタジオを回ってプレゼンテーションを受けました。エンジンはこうだよとか、ツールはこうですよとかっていうのを受けました。
This is something I often mention, but in that tour I went through different studios and I got a presentation of what kind of engine each studio was using, what were the characteristics of each one.
もう僕らもう何もなかったんで、その時4人ぐらいで仮事務所だったんですけども、すごく皆さん優しくしていただきました。
At that point I had nothing. I think we were 4 people in total at a very small rented office space, but everyone was really, really kind with us.
でゲリラの皆さんはプレゼンテーション終わってで帰ろうとした時に一つの箱をくれたんですね。
And well, Guerrilla made their presentation showing us their engine, and when we were about to leave, they just gave us a small wooden box.
で箱を開けるとそこにゲリラのエンジンのソースコードが全部入ったものが入ってた。
Well, when we opened the box, there
Come al
was
solito però ti stanno riparlando lentamente di qualcosa di tranquillo, cioè,
とにかく小島さんこれ持って帰ってくれと言われて、もうそこでもう泣きそうになって、こことしかこことゲームを作りたいってその時思いました。マークさんも同席されてたと思いますけど。
It should be noted that at this point we had no contract, nothing, no boundaries, and they were just like, "Yeah, go ahead, please use your engine." This almost brought me down to tears, and at that point I made this decision. Okay, this is the people I want to work with. This is also
molto chiacchiera, molto... Sembra un gruppo di persone sedute ad un bar davanti a un caffè e si chiacchiera del più e del meno, intanto tira fuori
The
qualcosa.
theme of Death Stranding is connections, strength.
最初にアンディさんとソニーさんとのつながりがあって、マークさんとのつながりがあって、ヘルマンさんのつながりがあって、皆さんとのつながりがあって、今ここにデストランディングが紹介できるっていうのは非常に嬉しく思います。ありがとうございます。
It started with a connection with me and Andy that led to a connection with Mark, and that led to a connection with Herman and Guerrilla Games, and that led to a connection with all the people in here, and that all those connections led to having Death Stranding here today. So I want to thank everyone for this.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Ok, sembra che abbia finito di parlare. Cosa vediamo?
Gameplay, no.
Sì, ti piacerebbe. Magari ci accontentiamo anche solo di tipo 10 secondi in cui muovi il personaggio. Spara un colpo.
Sì, proprio veramente, ma lui che muove il personaggio, cioè lui, inquadrate lui col joystick, come basta quello.
Getting to be holiday times. I love spending time with friends and family, you know, and I count a lot of you among that. I mean, it's seriously, it's like a game development super group is stacked up on here. Just one huge name after another. Thank you so much for all.
Effettivamente sono tanti bravi sviluppatori, tra l'altro è quasi pieno.
It would be incredible.
Sono
What
rimasti
kind of
due
game
posti.
would we make if we made a game together? That's what I want to know.
We would make
sì, ormai.
in dreams.
And it would ship in 2018.
And I still would not understand it.
There would be a story
Cory è sempre un burlone,
that you'll understand.
Abbiamo già visto anche alle 3.
It would come in under budget.
Well under budget.
È un personaggio lui, È un personaggio.
Sì, sì. E per fortuna vediamo che ci sono anche persone e non macchine dietro a tutto ciò che giochiamo.
It's just such a special time, and we have an incredible weekend lined up for everybody here. We've got all those big panels I was talking about earlier. Naughty Dog's bringing it. Sucker Punch is bringing it.
Sentirete ancora parlare dei PlayStation Experience sulle nostre pagine perché copriremo gli altri articoli in questa giornata che verrà domani. Vedremo cosa ci riserverà.
Shadow of the Colossus, seriously, it's the third time I've said it, I know. Absolutely gorgeous. It's going to make your eyes pop out of your head. And then don't forget, we've got Capcom Cup on Sunday as well. That's going to be a lot of fun too. That's going to be right here.
Capcom Cup?
I
Interessante.
truly think it's our biggest PlayStation experience yet, and I hope you all agree when you get out there on the show floor tomorrow. Before we wrap up, though, Sean, there's been something I've been meaning to mention to you.
Way down here, all by myself on the stage.
Way down there. That's right. That's right. There's this this thing with this shirt. You know, I see it kind of peeking out there out of your...
Attenzione, la maglietta.
What's the deal with that? Can we get a look?
So we kind of...
Che cos'è?
It's this kind of tradition.
È una pallina bianca.
And that I would wear a shirt on stage at PSX, which would give an indication of kind of games to come in the future, things I want to see happen.
Avevo detto all'inizio, si parlava tanto di questa maglietta.
But it led our friends and partners at Activision to bring out Crash Bandicoot again, which is one of the biggest, one of our most successful titles this year.
Che è il viaggiatore di Destiny, può essere? No.
We've done that with Wipeout, and now we have
Crash.
VR coming.
Bib ribbon.
Yep. And so this year's shirt.
Crash l'unica cosa sarebbe CTR. Che comunque...
No, è Medieval. Medieval, scusate.
Can you tell us what is that? Anyone know what that is?
It says Sir Dan. So I've been getting a lot of feedback about the title Medieval. It's a really important title in my personal journey, in my career. We worked on that when I moved to London. We would like to bring it back on PlayStation 4. We think Sir Daniel needs one more resurrection, and this is the time to do it. Thank everyone for sending their suggestions to me. Serendipitously, I'd already had this one baking in the oven, and then I saw all the pressure coming in, so I thought this was a great time to bring it out and to talk about it.
Should we roll the video?
You guys want to see a video? Let's do that.
Oddio che bello.
Well, who's back?
you can prove yourself as warrior. Greetings, stranger. I'm Death. What do you want, you fleshless?
Mamma mia. Che spettacolo. Mi dico su PS4. La remaster in 4K.
È come Crash.
More details.
Avevamo detto c'era chi sperava Spyro.
Medieval's coming to PS4. That's awesome. One more thing. This shirt will also be available in the PS Store for the next 2 days at PlayStation Experience. And all proceeds from the sale of the Sir Daniel Resurrection shirt will go to Able Gamers. So please, everybody, grab one of these shirts in the next 2 days. Fantastic stuff. So, hey, I want to thank all of our panelists. Thanks to all of you. It's been an honor. This is an incredible bunch. You guys have been great. We have an incredible weekend planned for all of you. Coming up next is Greg Miller with Kinda Funny. We're going to take a very short intermission, but we're just getting started, so stay with us. Be sure to stick around.
Ecco il gioco di Sucker Punch. Horizon.
Wait, listen. It was all his idea. He wanted me.
Red Dead Redemption. Una carrellata di video, insomma. Anzi, un video fatto a carrellata con delle cose. Cosa succede? Coming Up, Kinda Funny di Greg Miller.
Sembra quasi una piccola pausa. Tra l'altro ho visto tutti.
We're looking for someone who's cool under pressure. A quick thinker. Someone who won't back down from a big challenge. Does that sound like you, Gary?
Yeah.
PlayStation, the best place to play.
PlayStation.
Rated R.
There's a reason you're here. It's in your blood. The primal need to pitch yourself. There's a reason you're here. It's in your blood. The primal need to pitch yourself against the unknown. And to do so, dear shopper, requires the very finest of wares. Let's get to it. Rated RP to M.
PlayStation.
Questo è il programma di domani. Sembra che ci siamo quasi.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Greg Miller.
Greg Miller.
Hello, PSX, how are you? What's up, everybody? Are you having a good time? You've been sitting a long time. Everybody get up. Let's do some of this, a little bit of this. I'm looking right at you. I'm not, sir, you. Right, yes, there, thank you, that's all I needed. My name's Greg Miller, I work for a website called kindafunny.com. But I think on the occasion, I'm feeling a bit nostalgic. Beyond! My kind of people. This is PSX, this is my favorite show of the year. This, of course, the fourth PSX, the fourth one I've been at, and the fourth one I've been lucky enough to be at and have a panel. Now, usually, I come here and I do a podcast. I've done Podcast Beyond. I've done the Kind of Funny Games Cast. I've done PS I Love You XOXO. And this year I thought maybe I would do Kind of Funny Games Daily. Maybe we'd do the Games Cast instead. But it finally dawned on me. I emailed PlayStation. I said, hey, could I get Sean or Shu, sit them down and do an interview with them? I'd love to do that. And I expected them to say no. Instead, they hit me up and said, would you like to do it, both of them, on the kickoff night? And I said, okay, sure, that sounds like a great idea. So we have 15 minutes to talk to these gentlemen about their careers, about the stuff we really care about, like where all the games are, and all that other jazz. So are you ready for that? PSX,
Confermano
please
che
welcome back to the
l'idea
stage, Sean Layden.
è puntare su un talk show e non su mostrare gameplay o mostrare comunque qualcosa.
Era ben evidente.
Right. Sean, can't believe you didn't tell me about the shirt backstage.
Have to keep something quiet.
I guess, but I mean, like, as soon as this...
What happened to the rest of the IKEA showroom?
No, the couch portion of the programming is over.
Oh, is that over
No,
now?
we're done with that
All right.
now. No. Sean?
Greg?
It's PSX.
It is.
You've been on this stage a long time already talking. Great stuff, by the way.
Thank you.
Really good content, good reveals. No one's asked you the hard-hitting questions.
Right. And I reckon that's not going to be you either.
No, please. You know how I am. You know who I am. Let's start at the top of the list.
Okay, fire away.
When will we be able to change our PlayStation Network names?
Invece penso che fa una domanda interessante.
The elves back at the North Pole have been working on that for quite some time.
I've noticed, yes. Many PSXs I've talked to people, and they're always working on it very hard.
It's a large piece of work.
Yeah.
And it's more complex than I think we... Hey. What, are you a coder? You want to come solve this problem? Let me put it this way. I hope we'll see events occur that you don't have to ask me that question next PSX.
Okay. I thank you for that answer. And that's the thing. 2017, a crazy year for games.
Oh gosh, yes.
I feel like it's been a crazy year for developers and publishers.
Yes.
Of finally waking up to the fact that in the YouTube, Twitter, social space world, you can just be honest with people. You can have these conversations, right, where you're saying something is better than saying nothing. Telling people, hey, we're working on it, we're trying, that's better than just going quiet.
Correct. I think there's something.
Mi sono perso l'incipit. Che ha detto riguardo al cambio di nickname?
L'ho perso un pochino anch'io, stavo mandando online
You're the big man on campus.
Well, they made me sit at the end of the sofa, Rody.
una cosina.
Weird, right? That didn't seem very respectful for somebody that in charge. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
You've been in the position now since 2014?
Yes, president of the sales and marketing company here since 2014 and chairman of the studios since last year. Only getting one paycheck.
Oh.
Andy.
Well, Andy's on the way out. You got to start figuring out who comes up next.
Oh, wow, you went there.
What? It's true. Everybody knows the facts. Here's my question about that.
Yes.
Have you adjusted to the role?
because you are now in a position where you say anything and it gets picked up as this is Bible truth. The headline says Sony says this.
Well, the great thing about being the CEO of the publishing business and being the chairman of the studios is that, crazy enough, the head of marketing and the head of development, they always agree now. We don't have any of those, problems. No, it's a privilege, honestly, to be back in Worldwide Studios, where I began my career back in 1996. And
a while ago.
It's been a while.
Real quick, go crazy if you were born after 1996. We are old men. We are old men, Sean.
Yeah. Anyone born in the Eisenhower administration? Okay, my people. All right.
Getting there. They're getting there. Is that power, I mean, that position, did it take you a while to wrap your head around, like what that meant?
It really is a team effort, right? The days of building a game by oneself, unless you're publishing on, let's say, Android or iOS, those days are over. And it's your ability to pull teams together and get them focused in the right direction. You look at some games will have 150 or 200 people on it at peak. And that cannot just be driven by one megalomaniac. It needs a whole team around it. The same goes for sales and marketing and publishing. I see my role as not necessarily, picking the target and leading the charge every time, but really to create an environment where people can become successful.
Parla appunto lui sta parlando del suo lavoro e di come funziona. Per carità è interessante, ma magari non ha PlayStation Experience.
E non alle 7 meno 10 di mattina.
Are you gonna take any of that computing power and put it behind giving release dates to the video games? Because I'm getting sick of 2018, and we're not even there yet.
I think we talked about The Last Guardian earlier, right? And we can create a rod for our own back if we come out with a date a date that's not secure enough too early.
Sure.
Because we end up moving dates out, and a lot of times people can understand why that may occur. It's just not a great place to be. You get all excited and they tell you, I'm sorry, did I say Christmas was December 25th? It's actually July 9th. What? What? That was Christmas. What happened to that? So you can't move those kind of things out. I think we're trying to get in a place where as soon as we get a solid feeling, we are going to express that. But would you rather us just not show the game until that moment, or do you still want to see the game earlier?
Well, do you want to see it at not or earlier? See, because I just feel like, God of War, I'm sold on.
Kind of funny.
You know, I need to see more. Spider-Man, we all know Brian at Insomniac, he is not going to ever put a release date on this. Because he just likes to tease you. You follow this guy on Twitter, he's terrible. Every weekend, I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to play Spider-Man in my house. I'm like, ooh, I don't like you. You got to put pressure on some of these people at some point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, I know. We just hate to put a date out there and then keep changing it, or having it be a moving target. Or having to come back and say, oh, that wasn't the date, and we're going to move it. I mean, there are other things that impact that as well. If you put something on a pre-sale on the store on a certain date, if you move the date, you have to refund all of those pre-sales because the date has moved out of a certain window. So there's a lot of complexity around that.
Yeah.
But we're trying to get better at it. I think the games that we've talking about in 2018 will be in 2018.
You're confident enough in
Quindi i
that.
giochi che usciranno nel 2018 saranno nel 2018.
Yes, because
wow.
if it doesn't, then I go all new on my people.
Wow. All right.
Che notiziona.
So, speaking of which, is Quantic Dream in trouble? Because I don't think they were supposed to say spring when they said spring.
No, they're fine.
Okay, they're fine. Okay, they're fine. They have a strong feeling as well. Okay.
They're in there for spring. You know when spring is in Australia.
When is that? So then, talk to me about this PSX.
Your chair seems higher than mine.
It's on purpose. Talk to me about this PSX.
These are my chairs.
Just don't think too hard about it. Just remember there's a thing about authority. And if somebody's, authoritative and higher, you need to answer the questions honestly and get out there more.
All right. Yes, your question.
About this PSX, it's a different PSX. This is a different opening ceremony, right? It's very clearly not a keynote. It's not a press conference. Nobody say that. We're not supposed to say it.
I like it better this way, actually.
Do you guys like this? Yeah. If I'm being 100% honest, one guy's like, no!
All right. There's a door. No, a lot of our late year announces and premieres and world exclusives and all of that kind of stuff went into Paris Game Week. We had it all timed together, like Ghost of Tsushima. We brought it out there. It was very important because you all have PlayStation cousins living in Europe, and they're heavy gamers just like all of you are. And so we want to bring new stuff hot baking right out of the oven to them as well. And it just didn't give us a whole lot for this show. So we talked about what should we do here, and we thought maybe we kind of turn this into more of a dialogue or ability to meet the developers and the studio chiefs behind the games.
Yeah.
To get Corey to come out here and then Herman. I thought that was a really good chance for you guys to get to know who the people are that are making the games you love.
I'm a big fan of that. I make my living on just talking. So yeah, that's all great.
And a good living it is.
Thank you. Patreon.com/kindafunny. I'm sorry about the changes. I don't know what they're thinking. We'll talk about it later. Was that an educated decision moving forward? Because I feel like I love PSX. I've said that, and I'm not just saying it. You know what I mean? Like, it's my favorite show because it's a lot like Kinda Funny
Hanno
Live.
appunto
You look to
confermato
left,
di
you
come
look to the
vogliono
right,
fare
you
uno
talk to
show di un
anyone
po'
here, You're all
diverso.
into the same thing. PlayStation. That's why you're here. It's why it's great.
Right.
Nel frattempo salutiamo Marco che ci abbandona.
A few people like that.
Fa pure bene.
Do you think that
Ciao Marco.
what you're doing here, having this open dialogue,
Sentiamo
the way you're
presto,
PSX, making it more of an experience
sperando
on
che
the floor, because I walked the show floor with
la
Shuhei earlier today,
prossima
guys.
conferenza alla quale
It's awesome.
assisteremo sia
Is that a
un
move
po'
to
più rapida.
redefine
Diciamo,
or at
un
least
po' più
Dai, poi ti facciamo sapere com'è stato il gameplay di Death Stranding.
Because I've talked on the shows a lot.
Immagino, domani mattina mi sveglierò con l'amaro in bocca sapendo che mi sono perso il gameplay che aspettavo, sicuro. Buonanotte ragazzi.
Buonanotte Marco.
This is the
Buon
box.
qualcosa.
It runs awesome games. Let's talk about games.
Buongiorno.
Games. And then it was, we rolled into E3 and there was a great video of Adam Boyes and Shuhei Yoshida talking about how they share videos. And it was like, they get it. They're there. This is PlayStation. Then PSX happened. And it was like this great ball of momentum. And then we saw a shift with E3s recently where it was, all right, Shu's not going to come out. You're barely going to come out. It's just going to be trailers and that's how we're going to run it. And it felt like, ooh, are we going back to a PlayStation 3 era PlayStation that wants to be more behind the scenes, or?
No, I'm not sure what you mean by behind the scenes, but I think we found that we have this great opportunity every year now with PSX to have this kind of, let's get by the fireside up close and personal, and let's speak our truths and tell our stories. And I think E3, it's a trade show.
Yeah.
That's what it is, it's a trade show. And we have such great content lined up for that. I really felt, why would I don't need to come up and say, on the next scene you're going to see, Bob is having a little trouble with his son and he wants to go over here and kill an alligator. You just show you what it is, right? And put it up on the
game in development? Oh man, just having so many problems with my son. It's because of the alligator.
Let's go, boy. Yeah. Are we shouting out greatest hits?
I think they yelled out karaoke. I don't understand. They understand.
So I think this is what PlayStation experience is trying to be, is to be that real connected, engaged a moment. For the next couple of days, not only go on the floor and you're going to be able to see some great gameplay and there'll be a lot of demos there as well, but there's a lot of experiential stuff. I think maybe you're going to go in there and think that is this a game show or is this is a theme park, right? And we want to get you closer to the visions that the creators have for their games and why they make and why they do what they do. You'll see a lot of the development teams and creators, on the floor themselves, enjoying what we're going to do here the next couple of days. And I hope to meet a lot of you as I'm warming the floor as well. This is the kind of show you want to do. E3 is really, it's kind of glitzy, but it's right there. You want to tell that story. You want to make that mark to say this is what PlayStation games are all about. Pow, 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 pow.
What did you think of E3 being open to consumers this year?
I thought, I'll be honest with you guys, I think the ESA sold 15,000 consumer tickets for that. And it really brought the crowd to the edge of the game.
Yeah.
And I won't bore you guys with the details around it, but if you're going to design a trade show or a consumer show, there's a completely two different beasts. And the way you do it, not only physically, the way you have to make rows wider, you have to have those experiences shorter to get more people through. We have to determine, E3 is like in the middle of the highway, is going to get hit by cars on both sides now.
Yeah.
So It's got to choose a lane to be in.
Yeah, that's not the way to drive. So then, looking at 2018, what is your vision for PlayStation in 2018?
Well, I think we continue along our path, putting my Worldwide Studios hat on. I think in Worldwide Studios we have a lot of energy, a lot of devotion, a lot of love around storytelling, around narrative. You know, some people call that single-player gaming. We do have most of our eggs in that basket, just because that's the thing we do well, I think. In my humble opinion, IMHO. And I don't want to go to any of those teams and tell them, you know, I read in a magazine that there's something called Games as a Service. Make me one of those. I don't want to be that guy. So that's what we do. We do Horizon, we do God of War, we do Detroit, Uncharted, The Last of Us. These are the things we're going to continue to lean into really strong. So I see our content story continue to play out that way. As a platform, I think we're going to see, again, humbly, continued dominance of PlayStation in the game market. And as we see the what we call the install base, I mean, a number of people have your thing, the install base of PSVR growing to a critical mass point, I think we're going to see a lot more content developers jumping in there. Of course, Worldwide Studios will be there, and things like we saw today, Firewall, that's awesome. You guys should really definitely get a chance to play that over the next couple of days. We're going to see some more energy in that respect as well.
Did PlayStation VR catch you off guard, how successful it's been?
Yeah, well, it caught us really off guard when we launched it a year ago and we ran out. It's like, oh, there's no more. And then so the momentum kind of slowed down because we were still trying to get the hardware to catch up with that. And so we've almost kind of put it into a relaunch mode right now.
Yeah.
Getting it out there. And titles like Skyrim was super cool. That's also playable at the show. You guys should check that out. Doom VFR.
Yep.
What's the F in VFR?
You know, nobody knows.
Yeah.
Nobody knows what the F stands for in those Doom things.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Yeah.
Fromage.
Fromage, exactly. The cheese edition.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it's talking about.
And then the other titles you see coming out, this Bravo team is on the floor. You saw the picture of the Inpatient, pretty creepy. So I think we're getting a good breadth of content coming out. And it caught us by surprise, but we're fully committed to the platform, to the format.
I have more VR questions, but your time's already up.
Okay.
Sucks.
There you go.
But the next man can answer these questions for me about VR.
You can ask him.
He's a fan of VR. He plays it.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for Shuhei Yoshida.
Thanks, man.
Eccolo qui, Yoshida che sale sul palco.
All right, Shu. Take him on.
Chissà se una bomba finale magari è stata riservata per lui.
Look at all these people just leaving, Shu. Now, again, to clarify mistakes of PSX past, they were saying Shu. They weren't booing you. This was a big moment of contention before.
Yeah, I was worried.
Yeah.
This year it's much closer, everybody.
You like that?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. What does PSX mean to you?
Well, I always say PSX is my favorite show of the year.
Yeah?
This
Why?
is just the thousands of happy people. Everybody smiling, all love PlayStation. They're paying a lot of money to come. They got love PlayStation, right? So.
Ovviamente costa $75 il biglietto per 2 giorni. Non tanto, manco poco.
You know, I've been to E3 and Gamescom and all these events, TGS, but I don't think we had this dedicated, like a PlayStation only big consumer event. And it just gets better and better. That the booth that our teams created this year is amazing. It's the whole production. And that's a walkthrough of the gaming stages. Some of the games are not playable. We are not able to provide. So some very creative people came up with the other things for you to do.
So, of course, President of Sony Worldwide Studios.
Yep.
You know all these first-party things. All this stuff's happening. Infamously, in 2015. You came on our E3 live show and rubbed it in Kinda Funny's face that you had already played Sucker Punch's game?
Well, I said...
No, you rubbed it in our face. You don't try to walk it back.
No, I said I played something in Sucker Punch office. And they are making something. Yeah, they exist, right?
They exist. Yeah, I know. They were
famous.
Up there in Bellevue being real quiet for a long, long time.
Yeah, what's great about working with Sucker Punch is they are so focused on getting the game feel right. The mechanic, the feel that when you have the controller, you forget you're holding the controller. You feel like you are like really the character.
Yeah.
So they spend a long time, at the very, very early stages of the development of the Ghost of Tsushima. They always had this prototype gaming working. So I got to be able to play some of the early prototype that went, many, many iterations. And so I've been playing the game over maybe 2 years.
How is it? Tell me something about it.
No,
the fact that it wasn't opening this show, I don't know what you guys are doing, what kind of clown shoe operation this is. What is going on with this game? Tell me about the game. Who is the character? How big is the open world?
Yeah, so it's an open world game. It's the largest game that they have. Well, Sucker Punch has created much larger than Infamous Second Son, and it's beautiful, like the trailer that we showed was all rendered in the game engine.
Yeah.
And it's already playable, the sword fighting, and it's we are not talking about lots of gameplay.
Oh, I've noticed.
Yet.
Yeah.
But it already feels and plays very well. So it's a large, island of Tsushima. So actually, we came so close to get the leak.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Early this year or late last year, because Sucker Punch guys have been visiting the island of Tsushima many times for doing a research, taking photos, talking to people there, learning about the history and the culture and the nature there. And that became a story in the local newspaper, like a Tsushima Times or something.
Yeah?
Yeah, so it was a small piece. But friends of our development team in Japan was let know that, I read about this, Sucker Punch people from Seattle visiting Tsushima to do research for the next game, and we are like, freaked out, and don't talk about it. And luckily, the paper, the circulation is only a few thousand.
Yeah.
And
none of them were on NeoGAF at the time.
Yeah. So it was only available in the island of Tsushima.
Oh wow! So they had
that story never came outside of that island. So we are like, they are so excited that large company, large production house is building Tsushima, and they respect. They are so excited that the game will be made. Based in Tsushima histories.
Yeah.
So that paper guy wrote the story.
Good for him. He got the scoop. Where were you, IGN?
Yeah. So I was afraid that Kotaku or IGN Japan might pick it up.
Do you find it disturbing that even in an auditorium this large, you can make out Marty's laugh? Anyways.
Hi, Marty.
How much Last of Us Part 2 have you played?
Last of Us, no, I haven't played any.
Don't lie to me.
No, I haven't. No, I have not.
Yeah?
Yeah, and I haven't played Death Stranding.
Oh, really?
Certo, come no.
Why not? You just go down there. You're their boss.
Sta chiedendo se ha giocato dei giochi, ovviamente, che noi stiamo aspettando in anteprima, o almeno provati, e in questo caso The Last of Us 2. Lui dice no, non l'ho giocato, ma... se esiste un prototipo, qualcosa, non fatica a pensare che potrebbe essere passato già dalle sue mani.
Yeah, that's my question.
Okay. Yeah, well, no.
Yeah, so I was watching news video like talking about trying to figure it out.
Do you think Joel is alive, or do you think he's a ghost?
Ghost of Tsushima?
No, we're not. You don't have to plug the game we just talked about.
That's a great game. I played through the Shadow of the Colossus remake.
Okay.
That's an amazing game. luckily I
Eccolo, ha giocato il remake di Shadow of the Colossus.
It's just beautiful and it plays well. They sped up the frame rate. It's I think it's 60 frames on PS4 Pro, and 30 frames stable on regular PS4. It plays so well. They reconfigure the controls and still, trying to keep the original intent.
Sure.
Of the
that it should be a struggle to climb.
impact. Yeah.
It should make you mad. The camera should wig out.
But I couldn't stop playing. I played through the game for over 2 or 3 days, but it was amazing experience.
How have you? I know it's not a. This we were talking about this backstage. On Kind of Funny Games Daily, we had a conversation, me and Andrea, about if second party exists, and is Insomniac and Spider-Man, that's a second party related. And we went back and forth for a while, and then Insomniac just tweeted at us, and they were just like, no, we're a third party developer.
Qui intanto si inizia a parlare di Spider-Man.
Have you seen that? Have you played that? Do you know about that?
Questo magari
Brian, when it's coming out.
interessa particolarmente al nostro Leon.
Actually, I played Spider-Man.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Tell me
the
about this.
whole sequence of the E3 demo.
Yeah.
It looked like some scripted sequence, but actually it's an open world game, another open world game, and actually
Ok, quindi è un open world, non è scriptato. Ottimo.
Of course, there are switches you can trigger some event, but entirely it's controllable. And you might have seen Brian, play the different paths, and it feels so great.
When's that one coming out?
I don't know what we are saying. 2018.
Yeah, I know. You're saying 2018. I know.
Yeah,
a lot of people are saying too.
We are not saying early or spring or right.
You're not. No, you're not.
Yeah.
Well, are you? I don't know.
No. We are saying early for God of War, spring for Detroit, and February for Shadow of the Colossus. So none of them.
Okay.
I guess.
More, yeah.
I guess.
More information that isn't.
I guess.
Real information, I guess. But
the other game I'm playing is Days Gone. That's another open world horror game. Yeah.
And wait, yeah. Okay. What's going on with Days Gone?
Days Gone is it's not playable unfortunately here, but there's awesome setup. But the game's playable.
Non è possibile giocare al momento, però. Nemmeno lì a Los Angeles. Sì, vabbè, in California.
Is it good?
It's a big game.
Right, that was the thing. When I was talking to Sony Bennett E3 about it, it still seems like we haven't seen what the game actually is. Because the game obviously is shooting, it is taking on the tweakers, the freakers, but
freakers,
the zombies. And so
no, they're not freakers.
Freaker. My apologies, everybody. Freakers, TM, PlayStation. Like when we see it is, all right, let's fight them. But in reality, when you talk about it, they talk about it being the open world and how your bike's a character and how you have to upgrade it and keep the gas in it and get supplies. It seems like it's not going to be just as action-focused as, demos have led us to believe.
Yeah, there are lots of stories this time around.
Yeah.
As well, so some of the trailers are focused on the struggles of the characters and death, or but it's pretty much action game. It's like approach the situation. Each situation you can approach anyway.
Well, that was the cool thing about Behind Closed Doors at D3, right? Is that it was the same demo, but this time it was at night. And so fewer people. You were using snow. It was being stealthy. You were not being hurt as easily.
Yeah. It's the time of the day changes, and the difficulty or the approach you have to take each situation changes. So it's very cool.
Talking about you overseeing the first party, right? What all these guys.
I've been playing Dreams as well.
There's a Dreams booth. If they want to know about Dreams, go there. We'll find out about it.
Okay.
Talking about releases. How do you decide who goes and in what order? Because I feel when we see Last of Us at Paris Games Week, I was like, oh, well, for sure we're not going to see Days Gone then. And then it was that interesting question of, well, would we see anything at PSX that was new? Because I feel like the games on paper, in a trailer, in just a glance, seem so similar that you can't have them come out one on top of each other. You need to give them room to breathe, both in their marketing beats, I'd assume, right?
Ok, questa è una domanda interessante.
But I
gli hanno rimarcato la similitudine tra che poteva esserci a primo occhio sul trailer delle 3 di The Last of Us, che a primo occhio poteva sembrare Days Gone. No, non era alle 3? No, era un altro evento, mi sa. Mi confondo adesso, ragazzi.
And teams have the development schedules and have milestones and some optimum time to showcase the review or showcase the gameplay or put demos on the show floor. So the calendars of these entire games and PR production team have a conversation with each studios and try to position.
Sure.
Yeah, so that's a long process. It takes probably over 6 months to produce one show. So our PR team must have been working on or starting preparation for next year's E3 already.
So when the way it works, correct me if I'm wrong, is that you guys, the first, Naughty Dog, whoever, a first party, a studio wraps a game, then they start prototyping or deciding what they want to work on next time, and then they come to you and pitch you, right? So was there concern about Sony, Bend Studios getting involved into the zombie world when you do have The Last of Us, you do have this key franchise?
Well, in terms of the particular, because Last of Us already existed, and Days Gone came later, there's a conversation a little bit between Ben team and Naughty Dog to make sure that the direction that these teams are going are different enough.
Sure.
Yeah.
And you feel that you've hit it.
Yeah.
And we'll see both these games when.
What?
When will it? God.
Days Gone 2018.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good. All right.
I have memory.
I have memory. Oh yeah. Great. Okay. Great.
Okay.
I don't remember what we've been saying for Last of Us.
Oh, nothing.
Nothing.
Neil Druckmann.
Yeah.
Zipping his lips, not saying anything about that.
Right.
They just put out these trailers. Some people get mad.
That says something.
Yeah. Is your take here on PlayStation VR? Because when PlayStation VR first was getting ready to come out, you were the one walking around, beating the drum, telling me how great it would be. I got it. I agree, it's great.
Thank you.
How are you dealing with it right now? The fact that, like we were talking to Sean, you weren't prepped for the success you found. Newest numbers come out, 2 million units sold, which is something. I guess, why do you...
2 million sold through. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Fans. Why are you guys finding success with PlayStation VR, whereas other VR people seem to be middling more?
Actually, when you talk about other VR people, because VR is such a passion project for all of us, not just our teams who worked on PSVR, but the Palma and those Oculus guys, who jumped on that early, and Valve guys preaching and teaching lots of the researches they've been doing. So it's a small community, and we respect each other and we discuss, and so we understand. We have the same kind of passion and goal to make this amazing new medium, new technology in the hands of lots of people, in the hands of game developers and creators and the media companies, people, creative people to use. So, I think success of any of us is a success for all of us.
Con le domande a Yoshida noi vi salutiamo, in quanto comunque la conferenza a quanto pare è conclusa. Sicuramente tutto il resto lo scriveremo domani sul nostro sito. Potete seguirci sulla pagina Facebook su www.gamelegends.it, iscrivendovi oppure al canale YouTube e Twitch. E io direi che per stanotte, stamattina è tutto.
Direi che ci siamo.
Sì.
Dunque, rimanete con noi per tutti gli aggiornamenti e alla prossima per il prossimo streaming che arriverà a breve, insomma. Non sarà un evento, però
domenica
vi terremo
saremo io e
compagnia.
Tiziano con Monster Hunter sicuramente. E poi sicuramente lunedì ci sarà Marco con Fortnite e mercoledì Patrizio con Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Quindi
Dunque un palinsesto che diventa sempre più ricco e abbiamo bisogno di voi soprattutto. Dunque un abbraccio da John Meister e dal nostro Leon. Buonanotte e buongiorno. Ciao ragazzi.